Hi! Welcome to the Stream of Chaos. We are Chaosium's official live play channel and we're playing Call of Cthulhu. Thank you so much for your patience while we worked through a few technical difficulties and some speech ones. So currently we're playing A Cold Fire Within, and actually we are hooning through it. We are right near the last chapter and things are getting towards the climax. So let's meet our cast. We'll give a quick recap and then we'll just jump straight into the session. So Jackson, kick us off.
Hey, I'm Jackson. I'm playing William Vanderven. When we last met, he was captain of the SS Vanderven across the acidic, what was it called?
The Still Sea.
The Sea of Still.
Sea of Still Waters. That was close enough.
Some slight acidic quality to it.
Hella acidic qualities.
But, it can be tamed, and it was tamed by the SS Vanderven.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Turns out you're really good at sailing. Who'd have thought that would come up in the campaign, since we spent most of it in New York and then underground or in the wilderness. But here we are. Jim.
Yes, hello, I am Jim. I am playing José Castillo. I am the bodyguard of the fine person above me, and I will be doing my best to keep them safe. I think right now I'm fairly well wounded, and I've just handed my weapon over to Nick DeMartino, because I have a cool spear.
Yes, that's right. Sorry, I was just tinkering with audio things. That should be a little better. Yes, that's right. You have gotten a spear. It's like a long sword kind of thing, bronze on a wooden shaft, and when you put a battery into it, it hums to life and lets you stab people with ease. Rachael.
Hi, my name is Rachael and my character is Edie. And last we saw me, I wasn't here, but my character was here in spirit. And I heard that not to be defeated after bringing this car all the way to the center of the earth, I was trying to get the car onto a ferry. Was it to cross this sea of acid, or?
Yeah,
indeed it was.
Yeah, so I mean, you found some sailboats off by the side of the shore, long abandoned, but in remarkably good condition. The others leapt onto one and took off in pursuit of Fontanelli, but you stayed behind because we had to salvage the car, and you're currently trying to sort of load it onto it so that you can head over with Nora and rejoin the rest. Lastly, Daniel.
Hi, I'm Daniel. I play Detective Nick DeMartino. And last time I dropped, after getting shot quite a lot, being lowered to like 1 health within an inch of dying, I then dropped my service weapon, which I'd had the whole time, into the ocean of acid, and never to be seen again. However, Jose did hand his side of it to me. But
that's right. And if you act quickly, there's possibly a Tommy gun in it for you.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm not that skilled with a Tommy gun. So
okay, all right. You prefer the pistols.
Turns out it's not in police training.
Yeah, they're not just completely, samey. Sorry, go on, Jim.
Yeah, the benefit of a Tommy gun is, I would assume, is that you get a certain quantity over quality, and that you can spray fire in every direction.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I'm so skilled with a pistol.
I wonder why they called it a Tommy gun. I wonder what the history of that term is.
Thomas gun.
Someone in chat,
Tom
look it up
really
for
likes
us.
Guns.
Yeah.
It was developed by Mr. Thomas Gunn.
Yeah.
It doesn't need complexity. Why can't you let them have
Invented
this?
by John T. Thompson.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
really?
Right.
Thompson, of course, yeah. No.
Yeah.
Of course, you're right.
We're all like, who could have guessed?
So, the last session kicked off with you leaving the temple and heading out to the lands on the exterior of Kenyan, meeting with an elder, this sort of mummified creature that cast you into their mind and gave you a vision of what's currently occurring and what may come from it. Bad things. Apocalypse. From there, you headed north, through the dripping forest and bound for the Sea of Still Waters. You are in pursuit of Leopold Fontanelli and his group, especially Argus, who is his master, I guess for a better word. You actually managed to catch up with Leopold Fontanelli. There was a fight on one of these boats where you swung across. Actually, I don't think there was any swinging across, but there was gunfire going back and forth, and there was a floating gentleman who spewed sort of corrosive bile onto all of you and the boat. But he was defeated, and from him, once you began to search, you found a note which was carried with him. And so I'm going to pass this to you. If one of you, Jackson, could you read it with the intent of reading it aloud? But first, so just have a peruse. But first, let's find out what Edie's up to. So Rachael, you're on the edge of this like black sand beach. There are piers that jut out into the corrosive water, and docked alongside there are a trio, now only 2, of catamarans, like twin-hulled vessels. They are reasonably wide. You could comfortably take a crew of like 10 onto them, but you're carrying a big car loaded to the gunnels with, for the most part, crap. What's your plan? What do you want to try and do here?
So what's on the other side? Where are we trying to go?
So
There's a temple.
yeah, that's
There's
right.
an
a
island.
temple?
that
And in
Argus
theory, it's not
Fontana were
too
trying to
far
reach.
out. So you probably only need to be able to... I mean, you don't want to sink out there. The water seems to be corrosive, and who knows what foul creatures lurk within it. But as long as you can move for like 6 or 8 hours, you should be okay.
Is anyone around? Does anyone own these small barges, or are they just on their own?
There's a parking meter to the side.
No, there's no one around, and this place seems to have been abandoned quite some time ago. It hasn't really fallen into disrepair, but there's no one around. There are a couple of buildings, but they are clearly run down. They haven't seen any use in quite some time.
Well, I guess the next question is, are the barges large enough to fit the car, or...
In a pinch, they could. You could make a drive order roll, and you could just try and get it on, center it as best as possible, and then probably make a piloting boat test to just get across without the... No? Okay. Without the thing falling apart.
I can do it.
Yeah.
But
You could
It's just
certainly
unlucky.
try.
You could try mechanical repair or something similar to cobble together some pieces, maybe build a frame around the exterior.
my thinking is we should try and, like... My thinking is like roping them together, but that's probably not going to be enough.
Yeah.
So I think probably I would like to try and like jerry rig together like 4 of them so that I can drive the car on comfortably.
Okay. Each one is like a pair of hulls. It's wide enough that it can fit it, but what you can do is you can tear apart another one and use the remaining pieces to augment the one you plan on sailing on. So
Yeah.
why don't you go ahead and give me, I think, either mechanical repair or I could see engineering to put this together. They are 65 and 62, so fairly interchangeable.
I might go with engineering because it's not really mechanical. It's just like
I agree.
banging
I
wood
think
together.
and it's more making it stable, which seems engineering. Go ahead and make a roll.
Yeah. Hey! Oh, I passed. Just 1.
No, that's
Just
good.
a
All right.
success.
Yeah. So while they're out at sea, you can hear gunfire erupting just over the horizon, and occasionally, calls from beyond. You put together the pieces to ensure this boat will not sink with the added weight of the car, and then you slowly drive it onto the top. And it seems to be holding for the time being. Cautiously, you push off from the back and begin to go further out to sea in pursuit of your friends.
How am I
Nora-
propelling this?
So, normally, I mean,
Good
it is
job.
a sailboat, but there are a couple of oars just off the side. And
Oh,
if
they
you don't
have
want to
sails?
risk anything, yeah, large ones. If you don't want to risk anything, you could just, row the thing. It will just take longer, but it wouldn't require any rolls. It will just be a matter of time.
Nah, we'll sail.
Okay. Do you want to give me a pilot boat sailing, I think, test?
What do I do when I don't have pilot?
That's
in-
base 1.
Is it legitimately that? I have pilot planes.
Yeah, you do.
Could
I mean, if you were at
argue that-
50, you'd have 10% in it. It would increase.
Really?
Why don't you
Wait,
go
really?
ahead and roll? I mean, I don't think you have the knack for the sails. You've never seen a sailboat before. You
That's
understand
true,
the
that's very
basics of things roll down, it takes you forward. But outside of that, you're a bit out of your depth. You can give me a straight strength check for just rowing your way there, heaving
Shit,
to
that
and fro.
That might be better. I might do that this
You're
day.
pretty
You're actually
strong,
fairly
aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I take a look at the sails. Van de Ven has ranted to me about his days in the sailing club.
Yeah.
Whatever Toffee Boys University he went to in Connecticut or some shit.
Toffee boy.
So-
Yeah, that was our nickname. The
Toffee
Toffee Boys.
Because you're all such sweethearts.
Our mascot was an enormous toppy.
It ripped your teeth out.
Is Connecticut synonymous with a lot of like the upper crust
I'll tell you what,
universities?
please see
The toffee
previous
haven of America.
Like New
I
England
presume.
is just kind of what I associate with like really posh.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
toffee, I guess. All right, go ahead and make a strength check, Rachel.
Okay.
Let me know how you go.
Pass. Just a
Okay,
success
you're good.
one.
It's going to take you a little while, but you are moving out there. Van der Ven went at a fucking pace, so you have some ground to cover. So we'll leave you there for the moment as you're continuing to move out to sea. You and Nora taking turns with the oars as you basically just push the whole thing forward. And occasionally you withdraw one of the oars from the water and it's just been corroded, broken away. You cast it aside, get another one, and just keep going.
This
You are-
sucks.
You are, aware that if you were to be stuck out here, you'd be basically stuffed.
This sucks.
Back on the other boat, the three of you were recovering, taking a moment to breathe. This was a rough fight. A few of you were shot. A few of you were blinded temporarily from like poison, which clouded your eyes. And Fontanelli's corpse is still before you. It was this bloated, horrible thing, as if a bag filled with water rather than a person of flesh and bone. It has since deflated, and a lot of his blood has sort of like oozed out around it. It hasn't burned through the wood, but it sort of made it soggy and like acrid smelling. Additionally, after rooting around through his pockets and things, you found some basic supplies, a few sort of like crumpled up pieces of paper, charcoal, a poorly drawn map of the area, and you also found one of his journals. It's heavily stained. He's not been keeping it in good condition. It looks as if it's been dunked in seawater several times. However, there are a few legible passages in it, and towards the end, you see his handwriting deteriorate. You see him get sort of like sloppy with it, and there's these splotches that look at first as though the pen he's using has blotted large stains, but actually, now that you see him here, you think that's just him. That's his touch burning this away and kind of corroding the book itself. William, do you want to let us know what the text contains?
I'd love to.
Thank you.
May 2, 1935. I can't sleep, so thrilling is our imminent journey to the fabled land of Kinyan. That Norris, and we believe that Norris was the alter ego of Ferdinand August. I
That's
believe.
right.
That Norris has assembled his loyal countrymen. I almost pity the poor fools whose minds have been cast back to doomed Lomar. They will perish with that civilization while their stolen bodies live on and build a new Lomar, crushing the weak democracies of the world under their heel. Even the mighty fascist leaders must bow before their true masters. May 10, 1935. The Temple of Nug and Yeb. I can still hear the obscene passions from above, but they do nothing to distract me from the revelations of the black supplications carved into the catacomb walls. With these ancient secrets, we will do what no humans in aeons have done. Walk the 1,000 bridges of forbidden Yan Ho at the very center of the world. This is the final entry. I don't know what day it is. There is no time here. The black sun never sets, never rests. That Norris has been drawing power from the twin blasphemies, but something's not right. Despite his power and wisdom, that Norris isn't channeling the energies properly, though he and the other Lomarians are shielded from the worst of it. But it's too late to stop the ritual now. It would mean our doom. That Norris has entrusted me with an important mission. I will lead an expedition back to Kinyan to consult the black supplications again. I would write more, but my skin won't let me.
And from there, it kind of just trails away. There's more marks along the paper, and the rest of the journal is given to what looks like seawater or some sort of black acid.
Well, it seems to me we caught Fontanelli on the return journey from this expedition, and we'll find Argus, aka that Norris, when we get to the excuse me, when we get to the temple across the sea.
Yeah. It's a good thing we stopped him, too, because looks like he was returning with information for...
Yeah,
Norris
but he
and
couldn't much hold a pen anymore.
Well, you may be right, but forgive me. I thought that we were going to this temple so that we could get the information on the Black Supplication. Are we sure that we caught him on the return journey? Might have this been still the journey to the temple?
That's true. Were they going the same direction as us, or were we crossing paths?
Yeah.
I think they never got there.
Across the sea as well.
And I think
because we caught them on the way back. They were just ahead of us.
Yeah, they were headed back towards the temple. Yeah, you're right. So maybe
I think that
maybe they're somewhere else.
I think that's all the more terrifying. We don't know where Nick, you couldn't, and I'll kind of gesture towards all the bodies. You couldn't use your power to try and track down where Argus is, could you?
I could. I could have a go, but
I mean, we have the map, and there's no temple on the map, but the sea extends further to the what I'll call the northwest. Oh, no, there's a compass on the map. It's fine. That is the northwest. It's
from where you are, compasses have failed you. But in pursuit of Fontanelli, you think that you gained his path towards the temple, and in the distance, if you look at it closely, I think we established that you had a pirate glass last time. You can make out a dark speck not too far away, which once looked at closely reveals an island of black sand or glass. You're pretty sure you have your destination.
That's where we're going.
Yeah. The other thing is to mention, as we suspected, all the names of these people, including Brendan Sterling, have been turned
into Lomarians.
Yeah, whoever these Lomarians are.
Sounds like it's some kind of body swap. Maybe the civilization down in Lomar is as doomed as Kinyan is, and the people needed to escape. That seems to be, which means that Brendan Sterling, unfortunately, we can rescue. We might be able to rescue Brendan Sterling's body, but not his mind.
And maybe, where's Lomar? Is that the planet we saw?
I don't know. It's possibly. It seems like it's more in time than space.
I think that Lomar was. Didn't they say that Lomar was in the center? Yeah, doomed Lomar is in the center of the Earth. So it can't be the planet that we were on. In the very center of the Earth.
So Lomar is below
Kinyan.
Kinyan and Nuggin, but below Lomar, I guess.
Or at the heart of Lomar. Listen, I'm. We should go back and reconvene with Edie and Nora. But
certainly. Now that we caught these guys, we're not
head back. But listen, I think that it's very possible that. Well, I mean, everything that we have here seems to suggest that Fontanelli was on a trip to that temple to get knowledge of the Black Supplication, so that the Lomarians could use that knowledge. Mm-hmm. If they never get that knowledge, then hell.
Problem solved?
Is that it? Do we just blow this thing up? Do we leave?
No, I think the ritual, they've already started the ritual. They're just doing it wrong.
It sounds like it's failing. It sounds like they're not going to be able to get down to Lomar or no, they're not going to be able to channel the power of the twin gods.
It's too late to stop the ritual now. It would mean our doom.
Might mean the doom of everybody. I
was gonna say it's like dynamite. If you mess up with dynamite, you might get the outcome you want, but the dynamite's still probably gonna explode.
I agree. There's just one thing I'm worried about, but let's talk about it when we speak to Edie, because
is there anything around here that looks, any object that looks important that I might be able to touch, like
on that boat?
That I might be able to
touch the boat.
Yeah, I mean, so there's.
It has to be something. It has to be something.
Guns.
Yeah.
I mean, Fontanelli is
the
diary.
Fontanelli's journal.
Otherwise, the journal is possibly a good guess.
Yeah.
Additionally, you can probably see in the distance paddling earnestly.
Yeah.
Edie's not too far behind. Just a quick question: how are people on health?
I
was on 1, but I got healed by a friendly neighborhood art.
Okay. I'm on 5 HP.
I'm also on 5.
You can have healed.
I think we rested
Rachael.
last session.
Yeah.
I think you healed a little bit over the last few sessions that you didn't get.
I think you should heal 4, actually. I think we had 2 nights.
I think you had 2 nights sleep, so I think you might be a bit
cool.
higher.
I'm on 9 of 20.
Okay.
I got blinded, but I never actually got hit. So I'm on full health and 99 luck.
Oh,
Are
jeez.
you still blinded though?
You're too lucky
No.
to be
No,
blind.
he's not.
That was like 3 rounds.
Yeah, that's right. It's
I
temporary.
got acid vomited on me, and I'm pretty sure I got shot. So I've still got more health than Nick.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You've been run over.
Yeah, it's all relative at this point.
I got shot pretty
know.
bad.
So Nick, are you going to try and use your powers on the journal?
Yeah, I might. I'll give it a
vote
go.
Okay.
While we wait for Edie to catch up.
All right, go for it. Go ahead
Remove
and
my
make
gloves.
a, what is it, psychometry roll.
Psychometry, which has historically failed. So,
Yeah.
Oh, 52. I failed. Nope, succeeded. No, that my
that's
score was
exactly it.
52. That is exact. It's great.
Hey, that counts. No, that's really good.
And
So yeah, you carefully draw off the gloves on one of your shaking hands. You're still feeling a little queasy. Fight back the urge to be sick, as you take hold of it, the inside of your body begins to swirl like jelly. It feels as if your muscles have atrophied instantly and you've lost control of your form. You slump to the ground, but before the other two can come to help you up, you wave a hand. You've got some control. You want to see where this takes you. You begin to focus on the book and allow it to take you where you need to go. You see yourself moving backwards. As if played in reverse, you see Fontanelli embarking on the ship not long ago. You see his pursuit through the forest. You weren't far behind him. They knew you were coming and they were scared at that point. Then he's running backwards and we're going through the plains. You see him being chased by the people you met earlier, the masked warrior and some of the others. They slaughtered them where they stood. They only lost one member. Then you see them going back into the temple, which you saw not long ago. They emerged from it after it was already destroyed. They had cast some sort of spell to allow themselves to be transported through space to that location. You see them consumed by black fire that is more cold than it is hot. And then suddenly you're standing in a strange world. It's as if gravity has folded in on itself, and in every direction you look, you can see thousands upon thousands of millions of bridges connecting strange houses that seem to, rather than having doors or windows, they just have bridges that fold into the stonework and allow people to pass to and from. It moves around itself, connecting into a large sphere, and in the center, a whirling chaos of black fire mercifully hiding the horror that is contained within. At its base, occasionally being jolted by black flame, you see Argus Ferdinand. He is draining this thing of something, but he's losing control and he's working desperately to pull from it. The intent was only ever to draw a modicum of power while these creatures slept or contained one another, but they've drawn too much. It's beginning to wake up, and he's too greedy to stop. He's sent Fontanelli back to the surface to re-investigate the supplications, those carved murals. Perhaps they missed something. Perhaps there's more to it, but Fontanelli didn't find any at the one that he returned to. When they'd left, they must have destroyed it. So he set out across the sea in search of a full mural, one that still contained all the answers and that would allow his master to draw the power of Nug and Yeb and to take control of the world. He'll never see that new world, though, because he's currently dead in the middle of your ship. And you come back to yourself, bile rising in your throat, and your eyes sort of like fogged. You don't know how much time has passed. Edie's boat is docked alongside now, and the other three are in urgent, hushed conversation. Nora's at your side, and she's holding your hand with hers. Her small form, grasped around you, trying to softly coax you back into the world of the living.
Nora, you there?
Nikki?
He's awake.
Yeah. What?
Nikki, what happened? What did you see?
He moved through. I don't know. I don't know where they are. They're deeper. Fontanelli's there. He's drawing out the power. It's too much for him. But he won't stop. He won't stop until he awakens whatever it is that's been asleep there. It's not good. We have to stop it.
Can we?
It doesn't matter if we can or if we can't. We have to try. I didn't get any where he is, did I? Like, I don't know where he came from.
They seem to cast a spell or something that
To teleport,
brought them
yeah.
there. It seemed to be wreathed in that same black flame as was manifesting in the center of that deep city. It could be tied to the same spell that Fontanelli was trying to cast, detailed in the black supplications.
So I suspect we'll find out how to do that on the island.
So they're not on the island.
No, the island has I think the island has the way to get to them.
Well, I
Some
sure
sorta-
hope so.
Magic spell or something like that. Ugh. Yeah.
We'll see when we get there.
I? Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go take a look at this thing then.
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I gave me the creeps, but I'm okay. I'm okay.
All right. Well, listen, we'll sort this out. Everyone together, all of us.
Just give me a second, and I walk over to the side of the boat, and I'm sick off the side, like I throw up into the water.
Splashes into the water, which is that sort of like caustic white flowery color, and disappears into the depths. You wipe your mouth and head back where already Van de Ven is beginning to retie ropes, lower sails, and by lashing the two vessels together under Van de Ven's expert captaincy, or whatever the term is, you make off for the islands.
It just went up by 8 points, by the way. I'm up to 70 sailing.
Really? World
that's
class.
got to be like one of your highest skills.
It is second only to charm
That's amazing.
and credit rating.
What
A charming sailor he be.
He be a gentleman pirate.
What a dud. Amazing. You see
And he
Yeah,
brought
you're
it up
just
from
jealous.
a base of 1 too. So, like,
from the bottom.
That's
like
true.
that's a lot of points. That's amazing. All right, so you begin to head off. What are we doing with the bodies of Leopold Fontanelli and his crew?
There's not much left of them, right? They kind of popped.
Yeah, they kind of just
Wait, is
oozed
Fontanelli
away.
alive or dead?
He's hella dead.
we killed him.
Okay.
Van de Van shotgunned him.
So
Yeah.
you saw in your
Well
vision
blind.
something that he was doing. But
That was
he's
that was
dead
his
now.
past.
Right. Okay. He's dead now. Then.
So he teleported from wherever Argus was in the center of the earth to that temple over there,
Right.
and then
And you guys killed him.
well no and then he ran across to and then was going to this temple, but we caught up to him in time and stopped him and killed him. Yeah.
They started it,
They did.
I think.
They did.
They shot us first. Let's be clear. It
Well,
was
even if
self-defense.
they didn't, they're the bad guys. Look at them.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, now we got to go across to that island.
Oh, good lord.
What?
There's something on the other side of the table.
What?
Kind of bathtub.
What?
Oh my god!
What is that doing here?
It's a totem. It's a good luck charm. You can roll your dice or whatever. Also,
you
it does.
serious?
Can we?
I don't know. I don't know. It also does not go any smaller. So it only goes bigger.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so.
Yeah.
Whoa!
It's been
dice!
sitting on my thing. I didn't mean to just distract you further, but I did want to.
Too late. Too late. This is a bathtub-centric stream now.
Oh my
Yay!
god.
Well, it's been a
Amazing.
bathtub-centric campaign. So what's new?
The bathtub.
No!
Whoa.
No!
Oh dear. Oh dear.
No! I'm
All right,
putting
who
it
made the
back.
bathtub gigantic?
Oh Jesus! Just leave the bathtub, and we'll just stay.
You know what,
moving
David?
on.
I think you
that may
put
have
this
been
on
my
yourself.
fault. That may have been my fault.
Oh, you locked
okay.
it. We can't touch
I
it anymore.
absolutely
Well,
locked it.
I think we're sailing over for the time being.
Everything's
I'll the bodies. Yeah, that's what we were dealing with.
Oh yeah.
I think over the side
would
into
like
the
to,
caustic
yeah.
dissolving.
I mean, look, you can just leave them on their boat and they'll just fade away. There's
Yeah, we don't need to
nothing.
hide them. This isn't a crime scene. There's no police down here.
Yeah,
There's
you've
no
done
law
crime
here.
scenes. We're past that.
Yeah, look, in a perfect world, I'd like to take them back up to their relatives so that they can give proper burial. But I think we got bigger problems. So,
They're pretty mutated, and some of the relatives who had basically had them kidnapped from them might not want to see them back.
Yeah,
We could
and
take wallets. We took the driver's license
we
of one of the
we
people
put
that
them
we
all
know.
on the boat and set fire to the boat and Viking funeral it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the
I
vibe.
think
Sure,
that we're a
if
little
you have
pressed for
farming
time.
materials.
Why not on the way back?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just gonna. Yeah.
If we make it back, we can give a Viking funeral to these.
No, it's not important. It's not important.
No, if you want to do it, man, we want
There's
to support
nothing
you.
wrong. There's nothing wrong with a burial at sea. Of
No, we
still
gotta
waters.
move. We gotta move quickly. Let's
Yeah.
go.
You set it to the side, and God willing, it'll either be there or it won't when you return. But God willing, you will return. And you set off across the sea, bound for the temple in the distance. Takes a while
Can
before
I-
it emerges. Nope. Go ahead,
Ooh,
Jim.
can I take a second to speak to Mr. Vandervan on the way to my employer? I'd like to have a quick hush conversation.
Mhm.
So while you're shouting orders and sailing and doing all those kind of wonderful things that you do, I'll kind of sneak over and say, "Sir, excuse me, could I have a word with you?"
Yeah, what's on your mind, Jose?
Excellent. First of all, I'll have one more cigarette if you don't mind, and go for our ritual of
For sure.
yeah.
Hmm.
But listen, I had a serious thing to note. As your bodyguard, in all good conscience, I can't recommend that you go to Lomar. We've obviously gone from danger to danger here. Things have been terrible and difficult and horrible, but everything that we've done seemed like it was just one step further to get something done. And we've found out what happened to Brendan Sterling now. We stopped Fontanelli. We never set out to stop Argus.
Well, I'm not so sure. We haven't put eyes on Brandon, so as far as I'm concerned, our contract isn't fulfilled. The Vandervan Detective Agency is still on the case, and I intend to see it through. One thing you got to learn about business, Jose, is you lead from the front. That's very important. If your underlings don't see you, putting in the hard yards and doing the miles, as it were, then you can't expect to stay in business for very long. And that's exactly what I intend to do. I'm going to see this through. It's all worked out so far. How much more dangerous could it possibly get?
I'm glad you said that, because I think that's what I admire about you the most. The way that you have an honest heart and a desire to do the right thing and a desire to see things through. And you have led me from the front. I think because of your leadership, I feel comfortable in saying there's no way as your bodyguard I can let you go. So I think I'm going to have to quit and go with you as a friend.
Well, Jose, I'd like that very much. Now, my companionship does attract an hourly fee. I think you'll find the rates very reasonable. I can be available for dinner parties, cocktail functions, and charitable events.
Excellent. I hope I can use you as a reference.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Brilliant. And I'll go back to helping sail.
That's amazing. All right. Jose's mind put at ease. Vandervan and his 3 underlings and 1 friend continue their sailing pursuit of the island.
3.
Yeah,
Nora.
I think Nora signed a contract, right?
I remember handing Nora a new
Nora?
employee application form.
Yeah, she's an intern. She gets coffee. She's not on the same level as you guys.
I think she'd have something to say about that, but let's move on.
She's not great at fine print. It's okay. It's not gonna.
Down here.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's really impressive that she keeps finding it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. She's really good at her job.
It's even better than upstate.
This is drinkable. What is this?
Better than that trash from. I don't know enough about New York to make a reference.
We're not getting into a coffee argument We're from Melbourne. We have better things. All right. The evil temple. You keep sailing for a little while, and it's slow to approach, but eventually you realize you're closer than you thought. The island is tiny. It's minuscule. It's basically just a bump in the water. What you thought may have been black glass, obsidian, something like that, proves to be just a pile of very fine black sand. It's matte, doesn't reflect any light, and if it was crushed seashells, they got just smithereened. It's in this like fine powder that you can see rising around and floating on the water as you begin to approach. Your two vessels, strapped together, begin to cut through it, leaving a wake of white water where you carve through the soft black dust. And as you push up against the shore, you see that there is a tiny town around you. It is long abandoned. It's reasonable to think that this might have been the same people that had the section where the boats were, that little port, but the design's a little different. And it looks like they just got up and walked away one day. There's no sign of damage, no warfare. Things are in ruins, but more just out of like decay and time than any explosive event. Additionally, up on the hill at the highest point, still only, a few hundred meters, no, that's actually quite a bit, 50 or so meters above sea level, there is a temple. It looks like it's been made out of like porous rock. And it seems vaguely wet. The water around it has, the sand around it has a shine to it. And as you bump into the shore and lower yourselves down to take your first step on the island, an immense gout of black flame erupts from the temple, shattering open the roof and exploding into the skies above. It sears higher and higher, breaking through that sort of blue aurora that encompasses the sky, and you see it impact with the cavern high above you, stalagmites that lower down towards the ground, and it sort of careens out and over it, spiraling backwards, and then stops as suddenly as it started. There's a whisper, like when you leave the gas on a stove for a moment, that hisses out through the island, and then that too is gone. You've stumbled back. There was no heat. If anything, there's an absence. It's cold. It's freezing now. And this is a strange, strange place. What do you guys want to do?
I think we're in the right place.
Maybe that was some of the loose energy. Maybe something just happened down in Lomar. I think we should hurry up to the temple.
Yeah, I agree. It also might have been someone teleporting in as well. It's that same black, cold energy that I saw in my vision.
All right, well, I guess I'd load your weapons.
Yeah,
I'll take the spear.
Thanks for the gun as well, Jose. I appreciate it. I'm not so good with the spears. All right, let's go.
All right. You grab a couple weapons and slide down into the sand. Are you bringing the car with you?
Hell yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Don't see any reason why we should not.
I'm all this way.
There's no time to make a ramp, so Edie just sort of floors it and launches off the little edge and lands in the sand. There's a sweet little skid and there's a poof of fine powder. And then you're following in Edie's wake as you head up towards the temple. You're walking through...
General Motors.
They're gonna be around forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. You're driving through this very quiet town, and as you look through windows on either side, you see darkness on the interior, abandoned belongings from when whoever was here and lived here just up and left. Eventually, you begin to ascend, and you arrive at the temple itself. It is remarkably similar to the one that you saw that was destroyed. Same basic layout. There's like pillars out the front with strange entities carved into them, massed tangles of sort of flesh or sinew, what looks like smoke, apparitions of dust. It's clearly very creative, and that's what's right. That's good for them. But the doors are still whole. It hasn't been collapsed. You can see the roof has exploded, and it's made from this black porous stone rather than the other one, which was gold. The layouts presumably are, the same. With the doors opened, you would be able to take the car inside if you wanted to.
Let's go.
Wait, I'm worried that someone might have teleported in there. Hold on. Let me just go up. I'll see if there's anyone in there. and you guys follow with the car.
You're injured. Let me come with you.
If you like, and I jump out of the car.
Okay, you land in the dust, and here the water has muddled some of it into sort of clay, sticks to your boots and the bottom of your trousers, and the two of you begin to trudge up towards the entrance. You've got guns which you unholster. You check that they're loaded, and then you, I guess, get to the door. Are you going through the front? You're not aware of any other entrances.
Can I listen at the door and see if I hear voices or anything coming from inside?
Yeah, make a listen test, please. Jose, what are you doing?
I will do the same.
Okay, go ahead. Why don't you go ahead and roll with a bonus die?
Okay.
Nick. William, Edie, what are the two of you up to?
I've got the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm always happy to stay in the car.
How far away are we from the temple?
You are like a few feet away. You've just parked just a little bit out to the side.
Am I like park the car such that we could drive away quickly?
Yeah, you reverse it in.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah.
I succeed on my listen check.
Okay. You get towards the doors and you push them open just enough to allow a hiss of air to come out, but no further, but nothing could leave. And then, holding your finger to your lips, you listen. Inside, you can hear tangible silence. The dust is heavy in the air. It's as if there's a weight to it. But there's no movement from inside. But as you're listening, you can feel like pressure building up a bit, and you can hear that faint hissing still you heard for a moment when the flame finished erupting like gas.
I think it's gonna blow again. Did the flames engulf the temple?
They sort of exploded out of the roof in a fairly like defined pillar of flame.
Out of the roof of the temple.
Yeah, and you can see it's like broken away.
Approximately how long ago?
You banked on
5, 10 minutes?
Yeah, 10, 15.
I don't know. I'm worried that another flame is gonna go off. Is that? I call I head back out towards the other two.
Yep, you regroup with the others. From what you listen to, it's a reasonable assumption that it's going to do it again, but it's fairly quiet, the hissing at this point. It seems more a note that it could do so in future rather than a warning that it's about to do it immediately.
Okay.
We probably want to move quickly then. Yeah.
Then I gesture to the other guys. I'm like, drive on through. Like, it's clear.
Okay. The doors are pushed open, and Edie can carefully drive up the stairs and into the temple. The lights at it is possible.
It's silent.
It is weirdly so. Yeah, it's a silent car and a creepy silent temple. The lights from the car's beams illuminate the interior, which is heavy with dust, and it is freezing inside. You wrap your arms around yourself and sort of like squeeze your biceps, trying to urge warmth back into the muscles, which are already beginning to sort of like tense up and slow down. You follow the main hall to a side and begin to look for a descent, a cellar, the same as where the other one was laid out. Any side doors and things you look into are not barren, but absent of anything of interest. It has the same traits as the city you pass through. There were people that lived here. There's still things on some of the walls, decorations, pottery and stuff, and small books which are tucked away. That same means they have like the tubes with the cylinders, the scrolls in them. But there's no people here, and no signs of life in a long time. Eventually you find a set of stairs, and trotting down them, the car unfortunately just will not fit. They're made for like a single person to go down, and there's just not a chance in hell unless you're going to set to a dynamite or a long ass time with a pickaxe.
Oh look, we can always come back to it.
So you take to it on foot. You've loaded up some of your gear, and as you emerge down into one of these lower chambers, it is frigid. Your breath crystallizes before your face and almost falls to the ground. Carved into the walls before you, there are murals. They are the same. They're identical to the ones that you saw in the other temple, except these ones aren't damaged. They're there in their entirety. you can see like line after line of incantations written in strange hieroglyphic shapes, but they seem to be sort of not understandable, but like you could sound out pieces of it. It's there in its entirety. This is without a doubt what Fontanelli was searching for. Additionally, from here, looking up, you can see the hole in the roof where this flame burst through, but there's no sign of anything lower. This may have been, 0.0, whatever it's called. What do you want to do? You could...
Can I roll an occult knowledge of the mural as a whole?
Yep, so you're going to begin to go over to the mural, trace over it, and get a read on it. How about everyone else?
I am going to start idly reading out the incantation.
Excellent.
Because apparently I can. So.
Yeah, you're just sounding it out.
If someone wants to listen out,
yep.
If someone wants to listen out for that hiss, that build of pressure, and let me know when it's about to go, would be helpful.
I'll do that. I'll make sure that there's either no footsteps tearing to approach or loud hissing, warning, venting gas.
Beep, beep.
Pull up.
That makes sense to me. So can you go ahead and give me a listen check, Jose, a occult test, Nick, Edie, we'll come back to you. William, what are you up to?
If I suspect if I succeed on my occult check, I may tell you to stop very quickly.
Or you'd be like, do it faster.
Considering that I'm inside the temple, we've got a good sense of hearing here. Can I have a bonus die?
Yeah, and you're also specifically listening out for the hissing, which you've traced. You're just trying to sort of hone it. Yeah, go ahead and take
cool. I needed it.
Can I
Okay,
look
good.
for signs of people here?
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead and make a spot hidden test. Or anthropology.
Anthropology.
I guess go ahead.
Do you know anything about that?
That's fair.
Ben?
No, one.
One.
I know one
Yeah.
thing about it.
Yeah.
No, one thing
One
about it.
anthropology.
How to
I
spell it.
thought you said you rolled a 1. I was like, that's amazing. All right. Nick, how'd you go?
I succeeded.
Success. Jose?
Fail.
Okay. And William?
I did spot hidden.
Okay. Searching the surrounding area, you're unable to see any signs of other people. You're pretty sure you're the first people that have been here in quite some time. Up on the higher parts where the flame burnt through the roof, you can see like crystalline rimes of frost where it broke through, but there's no signs of people or passage. Jose, you listen out for the gas. You picked it up. You're listening to it, but it's tough to tell if it's what? It's the frog in the pot, right? Like you can't tell if it's getting louder because it's just sounds the same to you. You're aware of it though. Lastly, Nick. All right, you go over it, and as Edie's mouthing out the words, beginning to get a feel for it, she's beginning to find a rhythm, bit of a pace to it. She's moving through it, and she's got some understanding. You, however, are going to begin to get a feel for what this actually is. So you can't read it. It's written in Lamarian. You can get intent. There's a lot of hieroglyphics that they use in their writing, so they're able to translate kind of. And occult, you're kind of looking for specific things. It seems to be contradicting itself. Seems to be talking about destruction and creation, or one leading into the other, possibly a cycle. It's talking about generations, and that they are akin to destruction, and that they ruin the predecessor. And there's also, you are absolutely certain this is a spell. This is a means by which to channel power that you may not otherwise understand or be able to tame and direct it. Now, with an occult success, you have a bit of an inkling. You also know what you're looking for. You're thinking teleportation, and that seems to be kind of there. The murals still show this image of like the woman standing in the temple, then being disintegrated by black flames and re-emerging. And you're pretty sure that's in the text here. It seems to come with a heavy cost, but it's a cost which can be shared. The spell can be chanted by multiple parties, and the weight, the burden, can be split amongst them.
Okay.
However, that's definitely not all of it.
Ooh.
There's not only additional levels to the spell. There appears to be something else there as well, but you don't have anything to go on. There's no like ground level, so you just don't really know where to start with that one, unfortunately. That being said, you could make a Cthulhu Mythos test if you wanted to look closer, or someone else could.
I have a tiny amount of Cthulhu Mythos. Does anyone have any?
Vandeven had.
Do I?
Okay, maybe it was just
No.
DeMartino.
No, you
No,
have the
me.
language.
The other
I'll
thing
tell you
is...
what.
That's right.
I have a 2 in it. I'm gonna try.
Okay, go for it. Don't fumble.
Hey man, if I roll it within luck range, I can. All right, I'm rolling.
Because I think that this might be the information to not just, maybe we can get down there and do nothing once we arrive. We might need this information to be able to stop Argus.
Yeah.
It's not within luck range either.
It was,
You're
it was
close.
on the cusp of luck range as well. With 30 points, he only has 23.
I don't have.
You try to go over it. You try to understand what it is that's written in there. It's similar. It's still tied to that black flame, to those swirling masses at the center of the earth, but there's just nothing more.
Do I have any idea what the spell does?
There's the one that will relocate.
Yeah,
Seems
is that the
to
one?
draw
Is
you
that the one
towards
that's
the
currently
center.
being?
Yep.
So there's kind of 2 spells. There's the relocation one, and there's the one that Argus is assumably Argus is performing.
It appears that there is the relocation one, which has more complexity to it than you understand, which, if chanted aloud by multiple people, seems to allow you to split the burden of cost.
Yep.
Then there is something else, another spell. It is related, but tangentially so. It does not seem to be the core purpose of this passage, of this mural, but it seems inspired by it, akin to it. Maybe the progenitor or the child of the spell. Like, it's related somehow, but you're not sure which came first.
I don't think we can leave without this information. I just realized that, you know what the other part of that teleportation spell could be? It could be how to get back.
Yeah, hold up a second, Edie. Stop the.
Alright,
moving it
so-
up.
I was
Edie.
just sounding it out.
As you've been sanding it out, you begin to be feeling like something swelling inside, like strength. It actually like squeezes your muscles, and they feel like they're tight, like they're going through like a massive cramp. As you keep reading, but there's like a satisfaction to it or something. Can you give me a power test, please?
Ooh. Can do. Give me a second.
Can do.
What
It's
is
kind
my
of attitude I like to
power?
hear.
Oh, God.
Ooh, I failed.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Failed.
Edie, can you go
I could luck
ahead?
it. Nah, fuck it.
I could luck it, but fuck it.
Alright. Edie, you lose 10
Oh, no.
10 magic points that are consumed as you begin to cast the spell.
Oh, whoops. Sorry,
And
guys.
that is you have begun it. You can stop, but you have already paid a portion of the cost. Do you want to stop and lose this progress, which would have to be spent again? Or do you just power forward? It's go
I
time or
am
no time.
overcome by the emotions, and being a fairly stoic person, I am not handling it terribly well, and I continue doing it.
Oh,
All
gosh.
right, I join in.
Okay, all right. Edie's chanting, and as Nick tries to shake her out of it, she
Actually,
throws
can I
back her
do one-
head, and you can see spasms of like pain. It looks like you can actually see like muscles like clenching up into large knots across her form, like you can
my
see
God.
underneath her
express
clothing. And then she just begins to go faster and faster. Her eyes are moving frantically, interpreting the shapes and transmitting them into sounds, which she begins to scream out in a shrill, high voice that is met by the rising hiss of gas that enters the area around you. Nick, in a panic, begins to read the words as well, as William and Jose look on. Nick, did you want to do something else? Sorry.
Yeah, but I probably don't have time to do anything else. I
Okay.
I had to jump straight into it. Otherwise, Edie's going to be
William?
overwhelmed.
Jose?
Well, I guess we're having a sing along.
Every bad thing that's happened to Jose has happened as a result of Edie trying to go somewhere. Usually with him being in the way. So I'm not going to be in the way this time.
Yeah.
I'm going to get in
Go for the ride.
proverbial vehicle. I cross myself and join in, plant my spear. Let's do this.
Okay. Booyah. All of you clasp hands standing around this mural and looking up at it. It's tall, it towers above you, and your necks are strained up to take in the grandeur of it all. You're not even looking at the murals below. There's woman cast into cold flame and disintegrated, sent who knows where. Your mind is filled by these hieroglyphics that seem to swell and move before you, as if dancing out movements that become sounds, passing from your lips in tongues never before heard in this world, or probably the one you come from. Now, we're going to cast a spell. Let's do some magic shit.
Yeah.
All right, we are casting...
Casting spell.
Is
We are
Nora
casting
joining in the ritual?
The back
Yeah, that's a good
What's
point.
Nora up to
pilgrimage.
these days?
Nora would not want to. Nick,
Okay,
she is within range, though. If you grab her hand, she will probably feel compelled to, but no. She does not go places blindly. She's made that mistake before.
Can I send her back to the car?
You can kind of push her away. She stumbles to the door, and she stands there watching you. She's going to see you go, but she's not going to join him.
She's abandoning you this time, Nick.
Yeah. Well, it's only fair.
Genuinely, yeah. Kind of is. She looks on with sadness, but not tears. And there isn't regret there. There's just a grudging acceptance that this is where you part ways, at least for now. And hopefully that you see one another again soon. So, we're casting Black Pilgrimage. It takes an hour of chanting as you feel spasms like rocking your body, and your legs begin to cramp, locking in place, your knees snapping. Not like actually breaking, but like snapping to attention, and strain beginning to wash over you. So, everyone needs to make a power test.
Yep.
Right out of the gate.
All right. There's two of us that are pretty good at these.
I have advantage on these because of my pulp talent.
You absolutely do.
I'm good. However,
I passed.
oh boy, did I roll badly.
A 0-4, success
Oh!
3.
Vandervan.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
All right, Vandervan's done very well. Who has failed?
I did not fail.
Nice.
Just Nick.
I rolled a 93.
Woo!
Nice. Is it within luck range?
Yes.
Oh.
Might it be?
No, you know what? I'd love you to not, but
Nick
that's just you.
I have a feeling I'm gonna need my luck later on.
I have a feeling you're gonna need your luck now.
I mean,
All right, I'm gonna luck it. I'm gonna luck it now. Well, don't give me that. Don't give me that.
It is definitely bad. It is definitely bad. I want it to happen.
I think you should spend
fuck
the
you.
luck.
What?
I think you should probably spend the luck.
I think you should probably spend the luck as well.
I
All right,
I'm spending the luck.
I'm sorry, Nick. I'll buy you a beer when we
Nick
get
begins to
back.
stumble through words,
I spent it.
slipping and
I did
losing
it.
his place before he Edie like tugs his hand. He gets redirected, and you catch up with the others, stammering over a couple, but picking up the chant once more. You'll begin to feel cold, like the knots that you were feeling become soothed for a moment as you realize you're like freezing over. You can't really move anymore. And as you move to get to the end of the line you're currently reading, you hear cracks and pops as your neck turns to take in the rest of the spell. So, no one has failed. God damn it. But everyone needs to burn 20 magic points, with the exception of Edie, who has already burnt 10. If you do not have magic points, it goes out of health.
Success 3. What are we talking here? Give me a little discount on that.
Now, remind us what our magic points are. They're a fifth of our
I'm just making sure. Yes, it's a fifth of your power. I'm just making sure I didn't read
It's
it wrong.
pulp, so I
Hang
think
on.
they're doubled.
So I don't have to do it, right?
I don't think we double magic points, do we?
I also actually think, hang on. I think one person is casting, the rest of you are participating. Such. Oof.
Indeed.
Oof. I have a lot of magic points. I have 16 apparently. Actually,
What's
16 is a fifth of.
Yeah, so I don't think
Yeah,
it's
it's okay.
double. All right, let's spend 20
Okay,
points.
hang on.
Hold on.
Let me just confirm.
So enthusiastic. I want to start bleeding.
It's all right. If I have to spend 20, I'll be on 1 health.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. There needs to be 40 points spent. You may divide it amongst yourselves. Edie has already spent 10. There's 30 remaining.
So
So you
10
can
each.
anyone that succeeded, which is everyone, can all contribute accordingly.
I can spend 15.
I can spend 11.
Well, I can spend 15. I don't have any point. But it's success 3, David.
Yep.
Just a real good
He
success.
has more money, David.
You chant like
Stream
a son of a
success.
gun.
Pretty good.
Tell you what. Let's see. Ooh, this is going to bring you somewhere. This is going to bring your equipment somewhere. You can feel your things becoming cold, burning in icy black fire. But you could cast it beyond. You could bring other equipment with you.
You know, it's awful dusty in here. My hair is getting a little bit greasy. I think, I think when we get out of this, I'm going to need a bath. Is the idle thought that crosses my mind
All right.
as I
And
start
then-
concentrating on the spell.
Outside, as Nora heads up towards the cart, you hear, what the fuck? As the bathtub begins to be licked with black flames, become icy cold, and soon will be cast beyond the current plane to join you wherever you descend. So,
we will actually be able to create the moment, which is I think the best name for a album in the world. Bathtub in the center of the earth.
yep,
Yeah.
it's pretty strong. It's pretty strong. All right, you continue chanting, and you can feel yourselves becoming freezingly cold. You invest the magic points, and you slowly begin to feel like waves crossing over you. At this point, your eyes have frozen shut, unable to keep scanning the lines, but you're uttering it now. You understand it somehow, and you're just continuing to power through this spell and chant together. As time goes on, you begin to feel flames erupting out of you, and as the hiss of gas becomes too loud to bear, suddenly they explode from the earth below you, and all 4 of you are completely disintegrated. You are burned down to atoms, lost and scattered to become yet more black dust on this strange island, so very, very far from home. You lose yourselves for a time. You don't really have an anchor to pull your minds back to. Normally, you sit in these fleshy things that sort of waddle around and say odd things. But now you're just you. It'd be eye-opening if you had, well, eyes to open, but also like the wherewithal to give a shit about it. But instead, it's just kind of an absence. It's quiet for a time. You think you might have seen the end of the universe, or maybe it was the beginning, but you're not really sure. And regardless, it doesn't last for long. You come back to yourself screaming. You're in so much pain. Fuck, it hurts. This might not even be the ice. This might just be how you live. Your muscles like snap together. Your bones ache. There's so much weight around them. And skin, you've got miles of it. And it smothers you. It's hard to breathe. Hair bursts from your head. For some of you, it's just kind of there. For other of you, it sort of slicks back violently as your eyes spin in their sockets and begin to take in the world around you. Oh, shit. It's so different. It's wrong in every way. There's these bridges that sort of just burst out of the ground in one place, and they power off into walls towards the ceiling. They break through doors and rooms, and they just fold back in on themselves because they don't really seem to care. It's very Escher-esque. This is the ground before you, it's the walls around you, it's the sky above you. You're in the inside of a sphere. And then in the center, you can see it. There is a mass. There are 2 masses, actually, and they're fighting or procreating or just becoming one, or maybe they're coming apart. Thankfully, they are completely engulfed in black flame. It makes it hard to make out the details and are able to tear your eyes away. there's gouts of it emerging, bursting up into different directions. And you can see 2 large tubes which head from here to the North and South Pole. You are in the absolute center of the Earth. There's no deeper to go, but there's still a task to complete. Where that black flame is lancing off, it is striking towards Ferdinand Argus, who stands in a circle of stolen bodies, re-equipped with lost Lemurian minds, who all chant together and draw power from a creature that should not be woken. But it's stirring now. It's coming back to itself. And if it wakes fully, if they complete this ritual, if they even continue it, we're done. And you'll get to go back to that peaceful silence in no time at all. So, for completing the last chapter, you gain some sanity, which you are going to need, because you're about to lose a shitload of it, having been ripped from your bodies and jammed back into them in the center of the world, surrounded by what looks suspiciously like a demon thing and a bunch of chanting idiots. So,
they tend to accompany demon things.
Yeah.
they really do.
Cultists and demons go together like love and marriage.
You guys did really well in the last section. So you're all going to gain the following. So get ready to roll some dice as I'll read through what you gain. All right. You rescued Walter Nesbitt, so you each gain a D4. You rescued a follower of Ash in the form of Nora, so you gain another D4. You defeated Fontanelli and his followers. I'll tell you all of it at the end. So you gain a D6 plus 4, one for each follower. You defeated a Yimbi, which is the little skeleton things. So you gain another D4. You defeated a womb beast. That was the big fleshy thing that William shot from the inside. So you gain a D10. Ooh. So everyone gains in total 3d4, a d6, a d10, and 4. You guys did very well in the last section, and you resolved a lot of stuff.
Say it again slowly.
3d4, 1d6, a d10, plus 4. All right, in the center.
I rolled through those. Guess how many ones I rolled? Hint,
a lot?
It's more than 3.
The sanity can't go above that power, right?
No, it can. It can go up to a maximum of 99 minus your Cthulhu Mythos skill. Yeah. So it was 3d4 plus 1d6. That is an awful 6. Plus 1d10 plus 4. Let me know how it gets on.
There's a chance I go above my starting.
I
rolled a 9 on that D10.
You guys gained a ton. You've resolved like more problems than you started, which I think that should be the goal of every role-playing party. Just solve one more problem than you start.
21, sanity 83.
That's not bad at all.
I'm above my starting sanity.
I gained 17. I started on 62, I'm on 79.
So, for a few of you, this has been a very therapeutic trip so far.
Therapy.
Is this going to combat my...
No, you are still indefinitely insane. I'm sorry, James.
That's quite
Actually,
all right.
I'm not sorry.
I'm 5 above my starting. I'm on 85 sanity.
Is anyone not above their starting? Yay! Group therapy! Center of the world. Center of the world. All right, everyone make a sanity test, please.
Nesbitt's not above his starting sanity.
Everyone make a sanity test. Actually, we're gonna make 2 in rapid succession. This one's for getting exploded.
Okay.
That is fair.
I am fine with being exploded.
Pass. Whatever.
Success 3.
Fail.
All right, those of you that succeeded,
Just
take a point. Those of you that failed, take a D8.
That's fine.
Whatever, I need my flesh. Prison.
I am free!
Hey, Jamie, did you succeed or fail that?
I failed, but here's the thing. 1 point, D8, it's all the same to me. I go insane.
All right.
And you know what's also great? Since I'm insane, I'm immune to all future sanity loss.
Damn it. You are.
And I rolled a 1, by the way, so I'm still above my starting sanity.
That's kind of worked out for you. So did no one else failed? Okay, immediately everyone make another sanity test, with the exception of Jose, who, through a combination of center of the world therapy and being insane, has just come out of this great.
Wait, what's this roll for?
This is for seeing Yanho
Yagendub.
and Yagendub.
whatever. I'm good.
Don't you whatever me. They're
Oh,
terrified.
7. Success
No.
3. Twice in a row.
Yeah, success 3 for me.
Stop.
No,
Yeah,
success
I only got a regular success, so
Okay.
Wait, what's
Everyone
not a success
loses 1 point.
This
Tickle,
is
tickle.
whatever.
this is all you got, David? Come on.
As the bathtub explodes into being next to you.
you know what?
Filled
The
with
bathtub
books.
is the symbol of our sanity.
And we ride.
As long as
Holy
the bathtub
shit.
is there, we shall not go insane.
Holy shit. All right. You're at the center of the earth. There's a ritual taking place like a couple 100 feet from you. In the midst of it are the missing New Yorkers. For a moment, you see a glint of pearly white teeth. Dentist. And before you, though, there are a group of, I guess, soldiers, recruits from the League of Forgotten Men, who have not noticed you yet, but are in between you and them. You can either try and sneak past, or you can take the fight to them. But either way, we were going to take a quick break, just 10 minutes or so, and then we'll be back to figure out what the heck's going to happen. So thanks everyone for your patience earlier, and yeah, we'll be back in like 10. Cheers. All right, we're back. It's the end of the world. Things are bad.
Good description.
You got the long
no,
one the
I say it's
first time.
fairly accurate.
Second time you open the door, it just goes, oh, okay, that's good. That's what's going on. So the 4 of you reappear. In your forms, you have all of your equipment with you, and with the bathtub apparatus next to you as well. It is empty, and it appears to have been cleaned. The dirt's been scrubbed off it in
Really?
the
Nice.
cold fire.
It's like a
that summoned
sandblasting.
it. Yeah, it just it got all the nooks and crannies.
Into the bathtub. The League of Forgotten Men won't find us there.
So you're all you've kind of appeared in this like plaza or something. It's like a little courtyard, and then these bridges branch off in 1,000 different directions above you, and kind of before. I guess it's always above you, really. The swirling mass is, and then up the curve a little bit, you can see in the distance the ritual taking place. In between you and them, there is a patrolling group of armed men. Same sort of like spongy-looking appearance as those that you fought under the command of Fontanelli.
Patrolling
Sorry, yeah.
in what? Maybe I wasn't paying attention. What kind of terrain are we talking about? Are we just floating in the center
No,
of the earth?
it's like a city that occupies the inside of this sphere, made of like a shitload of bridges and weird buildings. And they're patrolling as in they're walking through, they're walking along bridges, they're keeping an eye out. They seem to be at least somewhat aware
So we
that
can, like,
someone may
walk.
attempt
Are
to-
there
You
bridges
can walk.
from the outside of this sphere to the like weird black mass in the center?
No,
or no?
it is above everything else. The bridges just seem to connect the buildings on
Right.
the
And the big mass in the center is like being siphoned off by Argus, who is standing on,
That's right.
on the
Occasionally you
outside.
see like a
So-
jolt of flame go down and it sort of surrounds him, encompassing.
And
He
then
and the companions around him appear to just be permanently like engulfed in this fire. Like it's just pouring down upon him.
And between us and Argus is these five patrolling.
That's right.
scouts.
But you could attempt to circumvent them or you could try and sneak past. You've got a few options.
Kill or circumvent. If they might just prove to be a problem later. We might want to just take them out now.
How about you and I try to get close, and then the others attack, and we spring an ambush on them, spring a trap.
I mean, we don't have the car anymore, do we?
No,
Can't fall back on that crutch.
But we have a bathtub.
Well, you know what we could do, Ven. We could
Take
we
a
could carry
bath.
the bathtub upside down over us and use it as like a.
I don't hate it.
I like it. I like
And
it.
they'd be so confused, and then we could just run it into them.
They'll be like, what? And then they'll
they'll
shoot
be
you
like,
with
push.
their guns.
Yeah.
I mean, you could use the bathtub as cover for like
That's true. We could
3
also
shots.
Do that. Yeah.
But I think that if Nick and I can get close,
Yeah.
then you two lead the attack. We can spring out and
With or without the bathtub. It's
Yeah.
your call.
I think the
all right.
bathtub has to have an integral role in this fight, otherwise.
We brought it. We're
spent
gonna
too
use it.
damn long
Alright.
setting up this
I
bathtub.
don't hate the turtle bathtub idea.
Yeah,
I am
This is-
anxious if we don't
this is
resolve
Chekhov's
it.
bathtub.
Chekhov's intended to use the gun. The bathtub's been dragged along. You're
bathtub?
making
Yeah.
it Chekhov's bathtub.
Prophesied?
Hey?
All right,
Don't worry. It's a stupid joke.
all right, Jose, you with me?
Yep,
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, and the two of you are going to sneak off?
Yep.
Event. Let's set up
Alright,
the
could you both-
bathtub as cover.
Yeah, they're
Alright.
patrolling. Can you guys set up in an area that they will patrol towards?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are
like
there any
it.
bushes?
No, this underground
just,
area
hide
seems
behind
to
a
be
bridge.
just exclusively open. Oh, there's plenty of bridges, though, if you're looking for a
Yeah, we
bridge.
can hide behind a bridge.
Yeah, make like a troll.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. It's a lot harder to mime a gun. Sorry, a spear than a gun because I don't really.
You have to have the angle.
How do you hold a spear? How do you?
You.
So you guys set up the bathtub somewhere that they're going to patrol into, and we'll like go behind the other side of where they will patrol towards.
Yeah.
Hide.
Okay. So can you both make stealth tests for me, please? Let me know how you go.
Stealth tests coming up.
Yeah.
We're about to see if this plan will work. I tell you what, I'm not fucking it up. So
I'm not
yet.
fucking it up either. So it's
Okay.
works so far.
The two of you are able to begin to head off around the side. You drop down one of the bridges and walk along a lower one as you see passing above you the group of 5 men. Two of them are carrying rifles, but the other ones are just sort of like swinging their arms by their sides. They have that same vaguely bulgy, watery look to them that Fontanelli and his crew had, but they haven't noticed you yet. They are looking around, but not earnestly. They're not aware that you're here. They might just be aware that there could be a threat. You sneak under them, and when you re-emerge on the level that they're on, you're behind them, watching them walk along a bridge towards the others, or the vague direction of the others.
Spotting that these things look the same vaguely as Fontanelli, I'm just worried about my eyes, about getting blinded again. Can I make a survival test to kind of improvise some kind of like, just like tie a cloth around my face or something like that so I can protect my eyes?
Yes, definitely.
You're not wearing your tie?
And can you also make an
I am wearing a
intelligence
tie,
test,
actually.
As we forgot to roll your bout of madness.
Oh, good call.
yeah. Forgot about that.
I passed the intelligence test, so
Roll a d10.
all right, let's do that.
Oh dear.
Oh no. Alright, let's grab
4.
my PDF. Alright, give me 1 sec. I should have grabbed this up while we were on break. Let's see.
You know what I really wish I had is Edie's amazing goggles.
Oh, what are you
yeah.
talking-
They would be
Yeah.
perfect because if I hit one of these things and they explode acid in my face, I'm not going to.
Goggles?
When
Well,
you
I-
hit them and when they explode acid.
Do you want me
in
to
your face.
throw them over to you? I can.
Yeah, well, I mean,
think
I'll
it might
have
be
to,
I think they're
I'll have to
busy sneaking
communicate.
them.
Yeah, I'll have to communicate
What did
that
you
to you.
roll, Jim?
A 4.
Okay. You have roll your d10 rounds as well.
Yep.
As you see these creatures move before you, and you've already beaten them. You know their weaknesses, and you know your strength. You've gotten gloat. You are compelled to boast, gloat, or exclaim their plans aloud for 1d10 rounds. You think you've got this sorted. So you manage to sneak past them, and then you see them walking past.
And then we don't need a sneak, obviously. That's ridiculous. So I will leap out for giving away our position, stand forward, and begin to blather in Spanish.
With your
Mi
spear
amigo
point
para
towards them.
siempre.
From the other side, underneath half of a bathtub, you like raise it up because you're like, do I hear Spanish? You hold it up. Yep, that's Spanish. And as you look over, they have wheeled about. They're still a good way away from Jose and the others, but they are circling now, and a couple of them are raising their guns. They're moving to fire. So, let me just like rough out spaces. There's the bridge, which is moving over. Then there's like some buildings over this side. Some buildings over this side. And then underneath you, above you, it's all more buildings and more bridges. So there's one going past over here. One circles over there, blah, blah, blah.
You seem to have locked
Jose?
us out of our objects.
Good.
What was that?
We seem to have been locked out of the...
And you'll get them back.
Well, we can't
when
be
you get your
trusted.
privileges, that's right.
Oh, that's right, I got it.
Damn it. So Jose... Oops, shit. I do appear to have locked this. No, multiple people are messing with it just like that. They're also tiny for some reason. So Nick and Jose There we go. Got it. Just leave it. Nick and Jose are here. On the bottom of what looks vaguely like an elephant man from my perspective. He's got like glasses, a trunk, and two boots in his hand.
Yep.
Like, oh no! Get these people off of me! And Edie and William are up here, and then there's just there's the 5 of these goons. What is everyone doing? What position are we all running into?
Can I still be hidden?
If you want to, yeah. You haven't given yourself away. Only old mate.
I'm down here still.
Okay.
Sound effect.
Bong, bong, bing, bong.
So
now
weird.
the elephant has like measles, or something.
Oh no.
Something equal to that. So Jose is yelling at them. William and Edie. What are the two? Is that the bathtub?
Yes.
Well,
wait, no, we have
since
a
we
real...
can't-
Oh,
It's
no.
too big. No, put it over there. All right,
No,
Edie and William. What are the two of you doing?
Okay, I don't have any ranged weapons, so there's basically no point.
I just like to aim up a shot, I guess, when they and wait for when their attention is turned away from me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to. I could wait until they are startled by the gunshot, and then I will run in and punch them.
Okay. All right. Sweet. All right. The two of you take your aim. The 5 continue to march towards Jose, confused for the moment, thrown off by his grandeur.
I would ask you what cemetery you want to be buried in, but you don't deserve it. I'd ask you what you want sent to your widows, but you don't deserve it. All in beautiful Spanish.
All right, and they're marching forward. So if any of you want to take an action, we'll consider the 5 of you basically hidden. We'll go to Dex.
Yep.
So
I think I'm first.
Yep. So it is just for the 18th time. It's Nick. Then I think Edie. Is that right?
I'm usually
What's your dexterity?
right before 50.
What's yours,
Oh,
William?
65.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, sorry,
sorry.
60. Sorry, 60, not 65.
No, that's all good. William, Edie, and
No,
Jose
I
with
think
his one
Edie's
missing.
last.
No, Jose's got his missing finger. I
Okay.
missed your S there. Hang on, I'll fix it.
Jose and Edie used to be tied,
Yeah,
but now
Jose lost a finger.
but then he missed a finger.
Also, Jose is in the middle of gloating.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Nick, your weapon's drawn and you're from stealth, so you can take plus a billion to your roll. You can go first if you want.
Yep. Are they close enough that I can get a bonus die?
Oh yeah, definitely. They're like
Oh,
right where you want. Additionally, you're hidden from them. You can take 2 if you want. I don't know why you
Okay.
want it.
Yes.
Okay.
Jose, I'm stealing one of your bonus die because I need 3.
That's okay. I don't think I'll be using it. I'm too busy saying, you've met your maker. Don't worry. All of the arrangements will be taken care of by Vandervan.
Jose
I would like to
Queen's
roll.
job is a
I would
new
like to
man.
take 3 shots.
Yep.
Oof. All right. The first one is just a regular success.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, I'd like to target the ones with the rifles.
Yep. Noted.
First damage is 5.
Okay. Not bloody bad. 5 damage taken. Thank you for your contribution.
Second one is just a regular success.
Go ahead and roll again.
I'm gonna deal max damage 12.
Okay. Yeah, they have 1 health left.
Oh my god.
All right, I'm
Why?
taking him out though. Ah, that's annoying. Third one is again just a regular success.
Okay, that you don't have
I've
to roll that one. So that one.
none of-
So one of them comes out. He's got his gun. He's beginning to tentatively raise it towards Jose. Like, I'll just shoot him, I guess. When 3 shots ring out from the darkness, and he is thrown. He like stumbles backwards towards the edge of the bridge, and then tumbles down to the ground below, immediately killed.
My revolver does all the work for me.
Jamie, you also have a bonus die from Art for your tremendous ranting, so you can use that before the end of the session.
Amazing.
All right, Nick's gone. William, you will also act before them because you can have had your gun out and readied. As you're marching towards them, you can see in the distance another gout of flame erupt towards Ferdinand and the others, and as they're bathed in it above you, the spawn or whatever this thing is begins to like quake and shiver. You only have so much time. What do you want to do?
They're all distracted. They're all facing away from me.
Yeah. Wow, they've been and what few weren't looking at Jose are now looking at Nick as he pops something on us. Bat, bat, bat.
All right, I got to join in on this.
All right.
Let me jump into the bathtub for cover at least.
Yeah, amazing. All right.
And then just get some shots off.
Go for it. Make a. You can take 2 bonus die, 1 for point blank and 1 for they didn't expect you.
Wow, that's very generous of you.
It's just I'm a nice guy.
Same as I got.
Here it comes. We're talking 00.
Oh
What is
God.
that? 003.
Impaling.
Oh, all right. That's max
yes.
damage on what is it?
Oh.
A shotgun.
4d6. So that's he's instantly splatooned as another one is thrown off the other side towards you. Nick, you sidestep as a splash of blood. That same corrosive gear. Hits the wall behind you, but he just falls off. Jose might have been right. Maybe the grandstanding was correct. You seem to kind of have this in hand.
We
William,
got 2 shots.
you then just oh yeah.
Unless
I
jumping in the bathtub.
I think you also have to reload. But you can only shoot once with it. You can just unload.
No,
You
I
can
got,
only
I
shoot
got,
once
I
per
got
turn.
2
Double
barrels.
barrel.
Oh, you can shoot
Yeah, but
both.
you can only
Okay.
shoot once per turn.
Oh, okay.
I thought you could only shoot once per turn. But if you say it confidently, I'll probably
You
go
have
with
been
you.
allowing me to get away with it.
I think
it doesn't sound
technically-
confident. That sounds tentative. Jackson.
Technically, the ruling is that you would have a point. You'd have a disadvantage dice if you
had
wanted
like
to
a
be firing
billion
twice.
bonus die.
That's cool with me.
Go for it. Roll again and
All
take
right.
2 penalty die for this one to average out the last one. So you just a straight roll because you've got the 2 bonus.
Okay.
Amazing.
All right, straight roll.
I can't not see this stupid elephant now. It's wounded for me.
44 is a
You're
regular
the one who
hit.
brought it up too.
I know, I'm pissed. All right, go ahead
Normally
and roll
it's the
46
players
as
who-
you boom splatter the first one and then swing it round, firing at the second.
That will be a total of 14.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
I've got 4 health left, but this dude's looking bad.
Explode him.
I like Forgotten Man as the tag. Who am I? All right, they have 4
Dead.
health left, and William has acted. Edie, you go on 50 something, right?
Yeah, I do.
All right, they're gonna act before you.
I'm
They
50.
no, sorry, they're like 60. They charge towards Jose, their remnants. Their brothers fall behind them, and as they close the distance, they let forth a scream, a battle cry, but it is in a strange language. And although you can hear echoes of that chanting spell you just cast, it is different, and it is of another land. Jose, they're all gonna attack you. Congratulations. You can riposte, or you can get flattened.
War, violence, I will teach them why it is a terrible thing. I'm going to be dodging.
Yeah, that's fair. All right.
Okay.
I'll roll
Because
my-
I'm not, I don't need to attack them. I need to explain
You're doing
to
the little
them
aha,
for the next 9
aha.
turns why they are wrong.
All right, first attack. Ooh. How'd you go, Jim?
A hard success on a dodge.
You dodge the first one. The second one comes in.
Ah. A hard success on a dodge.
you tumble out of the way as they swing over you. And the third?
I'll take a bonus die on this one.
Go for it.
So the first one that I roll is a hard success on a dodge.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
with the advantage, it's still a hard success.
Okay, yeah, you're good. This one goes completely wide. You tumble under it, landing on the other side now between William and Edie, and you're like, come on, man, you gonna try or are you gonna
Grace,
just dance?
boys, things you rogues will never understand.
One of them loads the rifle again with vicious intent. They have acted. They have failed to do anything of significance, and Edie, it is your turn. You have a wrench and a dream.
All right. I'm gonna go for the most beat up looking one, the one that just got shot.
So you scramble over the tub, stepping on Vandervan a couple times. He squeezes down into it, and then land on the bridge, charging towards them. Underneath, the gravity's a little bit strange here, and you're able to sort of push off, taking great bounding leaps into the fray, and then swinging down with both hands on the one with only 4 health. Go ahead and make a fighting brawl test. And they are going to riposte you.
Gladly. I'm gonna... I rolled a 79.
How much luck you got?
I have enough luck, but it's riposte.
Yeah.
So I would.
Well,
need
riposte
to...
means you only need to equalize.
You just need to. You
No.
just need
No.
those. Actually, I will
Oh,
say,
really?
He's
don't
riposting.
don't spend the luck. They fumbled, so I reckon you want to swing down towards them, and despite the the change everything, they just walk under your wrench and slam.
Oh my
It connects.
God.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Why? How much damage is it?
I think we've previously said it's a D8 plus your damage bonus, which is
nothing.
okay. So
Yeah,
just
that sounds about right to
just
me.
a D8.
It's a D8.
It's a big
It's a
wrench.
big.
It's a
big
Yeah,
wagon.
4 damage. 4 damage.
That's exactly enough. His
Hey!
skull splatters and goo sprays out across you.
Oh,
Now,
God.
you haven't met one of these things before, but when they die or just get the shit kicked out of them, this like black flyer, sort of fire moves out. Can you please make... Oh! Oh no. It splatters out and it misses you. I shouldn't have been doing that last fight.
Ah!
What?
What?
Wait, what?
The blindness that almost killed us.
I have no regrets. That was Fontanelli's kill crew. They had that ability. These ones just don't. They can spit at you a bit. So yeah, you slam it down, and the other three who fought them before go, no, not in melee. You'll be blind. It just sort of goes onto the ground, and they're dead. Yeah, no, well done. It's
Wait, these ones don't have that?
No, none of them had that, Jackson.
I
It's an ability that David seems to have made up.
I'll make up another one if you don't.
Well,
keep it in
I had a
mind.
line. I had a
I
line
don't know. That's
prepared.
kind of lame that
It's
you
fine,
took it
I'm gonna
away
make up
from
my
them.
abilities. I get a
Do you want me
bonus
to get
dice
back to
whenever I
him?
do anything awesome.
No.
I had a line prepared, which doesn't work, but I'll use it anyway. As Edie is blinded, I yell, "Blind, like Lady Justice, we surge forward."
You don't know that she's not blinded?
Phenomenal. All right, so
Got the
Edie
goggles
flashes
on.
the first one, and there's a spray of this goo which sort of like begins to like coagulate on the ground around you, smelling just foul. Edie has acted. Jose, you're up.
Well, I'm insane. I probably lean forward and I grab one by the collar so that I can properly enunciate and begin to spit into their face words of such lyrical wisdom that they, remake all their decisions and decide that they're going to help us.
Okay, make an extreme charm test.
Okay, can I argue an extreme intimidate test?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
okay.
intimidating.
They're not going to help you, but they might just think you're insane enough to get out of the way.
I fail because I start to consider halfway through. If you do not join us, you will face death. But what is death?
You let them
Consider
go
it to
and
be.
you turn around and just embrace the stage. Yeah, unfortunately, they are more confused than terrified. Nick, we're back
Thank
up to you.
Thank you for coming to Jose's TED Talk.
Alright, happy to.
You watch
let's
Jose
shoot
turn
some.
around and just begin to walk away from the fight, lost in his musings of his grandeur.
That masterclass channel. Welcome to your new teacher, Jose.
As you pull him in, I'm gonna
Jeff
shoot him.
Goldblum. All right, go for it. You have one bonus die
Yep.
for point blank, but nothing.
Success 1. 3 damage. First hit.
Got it.
There we are. There's the 003. Both of them rolled 003s. That's impaling. That's 12 plus 8. That's 20 damage.
Ooh, damn, that's a lot.
Is it-
God.
Is that enough to kill him, David?
Yeah, it's to kill him, whatever. His blood
See,
splatters.
unlike you, I don't need to make up abilities
For
to
what it's
kill
worth, I reread it and I was right the first time.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
what a
they-
twist.
They do have it. There's just no roll. It's just if you're nearby.
Yeah.
So, all right, the
I've
last
got
one.
one shot left.
Yeah,
Oh,
go for
yeah.
it, mate. Make another roll. Yeah, you've got
Yeah,
one more
I'll
target.
shoot this last one. I mean, if I got 3 shots, I'm going to use 3
Yeah,
shots.
Edie, can you roll a d4? The blood did splash in your eyes after it kind of went. It came and went. It didn't know where it wanted to land for a while, and it's come to the conclusion that it does in fact
I
linger in your eyes.
rolled a 1.
Okay,
so...
one turn of blindness. We're meeting in the middle here. I had to go.
let's see
Sorry.
now.
I rolled
You
4
rolled a
damage.
4. Oh, 4 damage.
4 damage. I hit him.
Yeah, it's not bad. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Well done.
Yeah.
Proud
it's
of you.
just Normally,
It's
I'm
like,
better
I wasn't
than this.
ashamed. Leave me alone. All right. Nick has gone. William, you're in the bathtub. Cover has been taken. The enemy flees. They don't flee, actually, but they are mostly dead.
Is he not playing the last one?
Nope, they're fanatics.
He
He will fight to the death for the cause he believes in. Oh yeah, he'll fight to the death.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Oh,
No ifs or buts?
Oh no ifs or buts.
I'll shoot him.
Yeah, best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get right up to his face. For a bonus die.
Go for it. You have a bonus die.
28. Success 2.
Alright, go ahead and roll 46 of damage. And roll a d4 for becoming blinded.
That's alright. It's the end of the fight. I can take it.
Yeah.
Damage 17.
Oh my god.
Alright, they're dead. The blood splatters out on the surrounding, on the remnants. As Jose, as you turn around and continue to spout, you get like, not a lot, but like just a little bit in your mouth.
Tastes like success, like freedom.
Did I not remember to close my eyes?
Yeah, I think you did, but when you are, it's, you get shampoo.
Oh,
And then
okay.
now you are blinded, but it's because your eyes are scrunched closed until you can clean
Yeah,
them.
I gotcha. 1 round.
All right, yeah, and you begin to move it away. You have dealt with them remarkably well, especially compared to the cluster. Oh, they had Tommy guns last time, I think was the difference. Yeah, you handily destroyed them.
Oh yeah,
and with
they
them
did have
faster-
Tommy Gunn, says the guy with like several bullet wounds in his chest.
Yeah, they did. All
man,
right,
we got
they
shot.
have each been destroyed. The bathtub remains standing, and you have a clean stretch toward no through the
Oh
bathtub.
god.
Lock the bathtub.
was the protection.
No, lock the
all
bathtub.
along.
Leave it.
Definitely lost
Alright.
bathtub rights.
Oh yeah, that bathtub was a mistake.
I was just trying to flick these guys around.
That's
Bathtub was
that's fine. I'll allow that one.
collateral.
All right. So, from the position where you are, these gunshots have undoubtedly alerted those that are in the midst of their chanting, at least 1 or 2. As you regather your things, and Jose, you shake yourself from this particular bout. You still feel pretty pleased with yourself because you've only been proven correct so far,
Yeah.
but you're able to, control it.
I finished my rant with a little, and now that you have known all of the wrongs you have committed, I forgive you. You may go free. And then realize they
bleed
have
out
all
on the
been
ground.
killed.
Yeah. All right.
And-
You all head over one of these bridges and into a small, building. As soon as you go through the entranceway, you come out the other side as if it was only a flat wall. And you're standing on a balcony that looks down on a wide courtyard with the group chanting in the center. It's an odd mix of people. There are 5 around in a ring on the outside, and in the center, Argus stands. He is completely bathed in black flame. It's hard to even see him, but you can make out the silhouette with his arms cast wide. He holds his head aloft as if he's drinking in the flame and ichor that's spilling forth from his demon thing in the sky above you. Around them, the other 5 are chanting, but you see 1 or 2 of them are looking sort of over their shoulders in your general direction. Gunshots are loud, and even if you're chanting, you still tend to hear them. They are aware that you're there somewhere, and they are urgently attempting to finish what they've set out to do. Ferdinand in the center is big. His silhouette is only seemingly continuing to swell. He seems to have gained physical stature from the strength and power that he draws in to himself. But from here, you have a few options of what you could do. You could attempt to take a couple of shots from range, or you could move in to finish them off yourself. What do you guys want to plan? What are you guys planning on doing?
I think we move in. I think
I gotta get closer. I'm better when I'm
Here,
closer.
let's move this out of the way.
we need to give them. We need to create a chance to, for all we know, destroy. Just blatantly attacking could set the ritual. We need a hope that they, pull the plug gently so that they can fight us or something.
Oh no, I think we gotta yank this cord out.
Well, then let's do it.
All right.
Can we see Brendan? Brendan?
As you begin to make your way down some of the, one of the bridges that leads to a lower level and will get you closer, you look at the people before you. One is a large bearded gentleman with thick, matted, greasy hair who looks almost withered, but is still holding himself together. Another is a short woman with like a frazzled ginger hair and freckles who looks completely out of place conducting a dark ritual, but she seems to be doing so with vigor. Clutched in one of her hands is a small, like a paring knife, which she seems to be gripping tightly. Another is a woman, blonde hair, perfectly shaped, and she is singing the chant aloud with a beautiful voice that carries through the area and is sort of undertoned by chimes which seem to fill the region. Next, there is another woman with black hair and a very daunting, striking, like angular profile, and both of her legs are broken, but she still stands on them, although you can see the shins, like the splinters pushing through them, as she, holding herself with the hands of the others, continues to chant. And then lastly, across the way, on the far side, you see the familiar face of Brendan Sterling, the man that you set out to find so long ago. With his mouth open, screaming the words of this profane spell, you can see a brilliant set of teeth, pearly white. There's your man. There's your dentist. You can bring him home.
Mystery solved.
Was that what your contract was, just to find him? You turned around and,
Well, I don't know. Do we get it in writing?
No, you probably need to go down and get him for that.
Melody, we found him. He was in the center of the earth chanting a spell.
Let's go.
You wouldn't
That'll be
believe.
$48,000.
You can go pick him up anytime you like.
All right, so let's put a quad.
Just take a left at the Black Supplication.
You want to read that carefully. There's a car waiting for you to take you the rest of the way. And let's do a bishop. Seems suitable. For old mate in the center. So these flames that are engulfing them are like swarming this whole thing. If you want to go down there, there's a chance that they'll lick at you as well. They're continuing to chant, but you know, people can't chant so well if you punch them in the face or shoot them in the neck. So there's always a solution. What do you guys want to do? We'll say, let me give a bit more context. There's two bridges that go into it. There is a building which looks down on it. This is like a balcony or something, and then it goes out back to the inside, a couple of rooms and stuff. And then over this way, it's a wall which rises up above them, meaning you couldn't go further. This direction here is just a long drop to the rest of the city below you, where the bridges eventually rise to catch the surface again. What's the plan, gang?
Which one's Brendan?
Brendan is, let's do this one. I said he was across from you, so it can be this one. Brendan Sterling.
All right.
And it's
I don't think we gain any benefit from. None of us are really like better at long range, so I think we all just charge up across this bridge.
Rush him.
And I'd probably yell something like, Lamarians, stop, or something, stop chanting, shout at them.
All right, as the four of you charge across the bridge, fan out in a sweet pyramid formation. Camera cuts low. It's a sweet shot. You yell out your demands for them to cease their chanting, and they turn and they look at you with malice in their cold, opaque, grey eyes. If they understand you, they do not care. They set to themselves with renewed vigor, and as the words fill the area around you, another gout of flame lands in the center, rolling out, and Ferdinand becomes larger, and the things far above you get ever closer to waking.
All right.
They don't seem to give a shit.
Interesting.
I think
Curious.
sometimes you've got to yank out the plug and hope that it all goes well.
Maybe
agree.
we can
That's
catch
fun.
that energy somehow.
What energy?
The energy that's pouring into him.
How? What are we going to catch it with?
I don't know. We need some kind of large receptacle.
How would we intercept it though?
Well, there's that wall on top here. We could just climb up there and somehow get such a vessel between Argus and the twins.
You know how last time, William, you rolled the mania or whatever for like
Yeah.
really stupid plans.
Yeah.
Did a little bit of it stick?
I think I still got it.
Well, judging by Jackson's, final session key critical point of campaign rolls thus far,
Oh yeah,
2 for 2.
2 for 2, baby. Let's end the world again.
I think we just charge him.
All right. So,
can we get
Nick's
up on
going
this
for a-
wall?
You
Can we
can,
get up on this wall?
definitely. It'd be a climb test, but it's feasible. And if you're doing it with
Can
the
I get the
bathtub, it would
bathtub?
Get it
be
with the bathtub.
with the bathtub. It would be extreme. If 2 of you attempt
Yeah.
it will each be hard.
I mean, if there's a chance that Argus is going to explode, then genuinely just tossing that onto him might help. But for now, I think I'm going to start taking out the ones around the outside at the very least.
All right, who's going to help me with the bathtub?
My climb isn't terribly good. Anyone else got? My climb is 20.
All right.
My
As I
climb
see
is
this,
22.
as I see
I don't
this,
really see what you're doing here. What are you trying to get
He's
the
planning to
bathtub off the top of the wall?
intercept the flame, which
Yeah.
comes out of what are possibly
Oh.
something older than this planet.
Yeah, with a ceramic bathtub. I
It's
like
a
it.
nice
Yes.
bathtub. I'm not. No one's saying the bathtub isn't impressive,
look,
but
I'll
this
tell you
is
what.
a long shot. But it's a long. It's a there are dice
Turns
for a
out they're
reason. We'll just
one
put really
weakness.
big numbers on them.
as
Getting
you're
to the
running,
center of
as
the
we're
Earth is a
running,
long shot.
as we're running through,
That's all true.
seeing your determination here, Jose thinks this is a really bad idea, but he trusts Van der Van above all things, and I'm a really good climber. So I'll grab you and say, you take out the chanters, and I'll go get the damn friggin' bathtub. Shit.
Jose puts it on his back like a little turtle sort of thing. A rope is lashed around, holding it to him, and he leaps to the wall, landing, legs splayed, and he gets to power up the thing.
Didn't you say you'd need 2 of us? Or is
If he wants to do it,
enough?
it's an
gonna do it.
extreme.
You
it's an
go.
extreme.
No, well, let me help you.
Okay, fine.
All right.
Give me an assist then.
William goes, "No, friend. We take this bathtub to the height of the cliff together."
This was your idea, remember, to bring the bathtub.
My idea? No, it absolutely
What?
was
No,
not.
this has never been anyone's but yours.
It was
And then-
Jose originally.
I think Jose did
I
actually
brought-
bring the bathtub.
Oh, did it? Yeah.
Okay, well, anyway,
William
go
brought a
kill
rubber
these
duck.
freaking things.
All right,
I
I'm
brought
on
the
it.
rubber duck.
all right. Nick runs towards them. Edie, what are you doing?
I would also like to run towards them.
All right,
to
the
give
2 of you
Van
run
Van
towards them,
and
and
Jose
you're-
as much time.
I share a look with Edie as like, I don't know what they're doing.
and one of the
They're
one
right there.
One of the New Yorker infested Lomarians looks at you and kind of joins like, you and me, what is happening? We are in a, we were brought here. We're very confused. We're ending the world. Where are you going? All right, let's go to Dex order because we got to resolve this somehow. All right,
Do we
Nick.
though?
Nick, you're at the top. Yes, we
All
do.
right.
Let's just close the campaign now and just assume that it all worked out and the
No,
bathtub thing
there's
worked
gonna be a
perfectly.
roll, and this is the world is going to end.
100.
I yell out.
100.
NYPD, stop your hideous chanting. Put all idols and or implements of rituals to the ground and surrender them to myself.
I think we've already yelled at them. It might be time to start shooting.
Oh no, I'm shooting
Oh,
as well.
as you-
Okay, good.
I
Glad to
say that and then
clarify.
I shoot them.
It's a scene from Bad Boys where it's like, I'm getting it out of the way. We watched Bad Boys recently. All right, go ahead and make a oh, hang on, I think. Sorry, one sec. Oh no. All right,
Pass the-
Jose,
pass the
Jose,
luck,
you have
Wants
some
this-
luck.
wants this to
I
work.
don't want this.
7 luck, thank you.
It's
All right.
because
Be
deep
critical.
down, David knows that the secret to this campaign is a porcelain bathtub
It-
collecting the energies of
Tell you
Nyan.
what.
I don't think it's going to come to this. What it might do is protect Brendan Sterling, and that's my go. Put it
Oh,
over
yeah.
his body. Maybe we can keep him safe.
If you collapse the bathtub
Wait,
on top of
so
Brendan Sterling.
You didn't get the bathtub up there? You failed.
No, we're not
we
there.
haven't
Yet.
rolled
All
yet.
right.
We're
So,
gonna try.
Jose, you've gotten 14 points of luck. If they,
Oh my God.
Pastor Mantra has redeemed lucky number 7 twice. I
Oh
will
my
neither
God.
confirm nor deny that there is a section in this book specifically devoted to bathtubs in this scenario. And Nick, can you go ahead and start shooting at people? You have a penalty die because the flames that surround them make them hard to hit. But apart
Okay.
from that, you can go ahead and roll. You are, however... not.
Can I get close enough to roll a
You
with
can, but you risk the flames striking you. Are you willing to take that risk?
I'm willing to take that risk.
All right, make a dex roll before we begin.
Okay.
Nick, you have a bonus die as Art has redeemed Helping Hand.
Lovely. Thank you, Art. This is the second time Art's given me lovely treats.
I know.
Ooh.
Art's.
Ooh.
How'd you go?
Ooh, I did fail that dex roll.
Are you within luck range?
No.
Okay.
I have 10 luck.
All right.
I'm about to take some damage here.
Ooh, you absolutely are about to take some damage. All right.
Oh, I might be dead.
You very well may be.
Oh my god.
Which will be a very quick... You know, actually, hang on. Before I roll this, I may not have emphasized the severity of the of the fire that you are stepping into. I will reiterate, this is very dense. There are flames tearing around you, and the last time you went into these, you were evaporated and teleported to another portion of the world. You can.
I would like to move out of the flames.
You can stumble back, but I'm going to say that's your turn. Okay, this is a
I will stumble back.
Yeah,
I will stumble back on my turn.
Fire or icy fire surround you, and you stumble back. Alternatively, you could use the helping hand that was just redeemed, and you could try and push forward. But if you do that, you're not getting it out. You're not getting it out.
I'm not getting what?
You're not getting it
out.
out.
I'm not getting out.
If you attempt the helping hand, you cannot then fall back.
No, I'll stumble back out. Back out.
All right.
Sorry,
Nick,
everyone who wants.
That's all right. There's like fire erupts around you, and you dart forward, but then just before it lands on the ground, you can feel the cold setting in, and you stumble backwards, darting behind a pillar, and fire just roars out on either side as you like hold your gun and quake behind it. That is your turn, and we're going to William.
I'm happy to make the climb roll to get the bathtub up.
All right,
I think
both of you are going to need to succeed. You're both going to need a
absolutely
hard.
let me do it.
Well, you're both going to
Speaking
need
as-
you're both going to need a hard success.
Okay, we're both gonna need to do it.
Okay.
All right.
Or
Speaking
one
as
of you
someone
can
who
make, or
has-
one of you can make an extreme.
No, I think we're both trying.
Look, speaking of someone with 99 luck,
All right, let's do it.
All right, go for it.
Force it.
Both of you roll, and we'll just say this is Jose's turn as well.
All right. I was recently given 14 points of luck by
yes, you were.
Pasta Muncher
For
for
the
chat. I'm
specific
going to spend
stupid plan.
I'm going to spend 10 points of luck, so not even the whole thing, to make that a crit 0-1.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Jose
Ah.
with the tub.
All right, Vanderven,
Why are you doing
Vanderven, you have your turn. If you just let the bathtub go to the top on Jose's muscular back, he's taking it all the way, baby. Show him where you're gonna hit it.
I will.
All right, you roll backwards,
can I
and
spend
Jose takes the burden alone.
Can I spend a turn like watching and aiming and prepping for
Yep,
where
you
the
can
best
aim.
place to throw the tub is, and trying to see the timing for the fire?
Yeah. So when I presumed when you were aiming, it was gonna be like with a gun, but instead
Absolutely not.
You like wet your finger, feel the air. There's no wind, and then you just begin to ballpark throwing the tub from. What? Where are you aiming to hit it? Is it as the fire
think
roars
to
down,
catch
you
the
throw it
fire.
and it catches the fire?
Or
couldn't
use
have
it
said
to
it better
divert.
myself.
Could we
Yeah.
use it? Could we use it as a shield to get through the barrier around?
Yeah.
As
yeah.
in like hold it up and it's going to disintegrate, but it'll give us enough time to pour in so we can actually stop the ritual. A glorious end.
Yeah, that would also. Or you could try and throw it on one of them to kind of knock them out of the fight. It's a heavy tub; they'd be trapped underneath the tub. No,
I think we should.
I don't
want to
waste
get
it
in.
on a goon.
I think we should use it to get in. Let's.
you are at
alright.
the highest point. Otherwise, Jose, you could sled down the cliff in the bathtub and just rocket into the center because you have gotten to the top. That's where you are. You are up here with the bathtub.
with a bathtub?
Okay. Well,
I don't know why you're up there with a bathtub.
But there
We'll
you
see.
are.
We'll see. Well, I've got this. You get up there and start shooting.
Alright, so
All
William,
right.
what are you doing?
Start shooting.
Okay. I'll get a little bit closer to Brendan and try to like cover him while shooting to the nearest one.
Cover him as in.
I just want to be a bit closer to him.
Okay, this is like a cliff. You can't really
How
move
far away
around
am I?
that way. You're over here. I mean, you began to
Oh,
climb,
okay.
and Jose just.
I thought this was like a
tore
flat
off.
wall.
No. This is like a. Sorry, no. It's scale or whatever. It's supposed to be like it
Okay.
going up really sharp. You can't go that way, basically. You can
I
go
want to
this or you
shoot this
could-
guy.
Okay.
Put me where you will.
I'll place you here. Go ahead and roll. You have a penalty die and no point blank. So just roll with one penalty die as the flames have just surrounded them. This one is the large, greasy-haired gentleman.
60. I got a hit.
Oh, Dip. Go ahead and roll your damage.
I was as surprised as you are. What's the range?
Roll.
How far away am I?
I think your second one, so 3d6.
So 20 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. Very generous. 7.
7 points of damage?
Yeah. It's
Okay, it's a palpable strike, but it's not quite enough to kill them, unfortunately. They have 3 health remaining as the shot explodes out and you see shock and paleness like swallow their face, and they look down and they see blood sprayed across. It's not like Fontanelli or the others. It's normal, relatively mundane, mortal blood. And as they look up at you, they cease chanting for a moment, and you see stuttering above. But Argus takes control and continues, and they have not fallen, so they are able to redouble their efforts. As they do that, though, they bark something out in a strange language you don't understand, and 2 of them, these ones here, circle around. It's the short, red-haired woman with the knife, and the other woman with broken legs, who begins to like move around and walk towards you. So these 2 are gonna
on broken legs.
On broken legs, you can hear like.
Oh my god.
I kind of regret shooting them. I just realized they're in the same boat as Brendan. They didn't want to be here.
Yeah, I don't think we have a lot of options here.
All right.
Well, I'd rather not shoot Brendan.
Yeah. Yep. All right, William. So, on some of their turns, Oh, yes, they're all like the same decks. Thank you. On their turns, these ones will continue to chant, including Brendan Sterling, who shows no signs of recognition to you, but these ones circle round and still coated in black flames. They move towards here and they're going to engage. One will step towards Nick, one towards William, and they're both going to make attacks towards you as they just swing down. One with a knife and the other one just with closed fists. You can choose to thump them or dodge.
Dodge, please.
Dodge, I guess.
All right, let's do the knife one first. Knife gang. All right, and the other one. Yeah. All right, how'd you both go?
I failed.
No.
All right, you both failed, but so do they. As they swing out towards you, there is not a lot of control in them. They seem to be normal people who have been taken control of by something that may not even have military or brawling knowledge. They're just attacking you with vigor and venom, but there's no skill behind it. And though they're seeking to draw blood, they seem to lack the means to do so. You dance backwards with a few strikes, but yeah, they could hit you, but there's probably not a ton of risk to it. That's their turn, and Fontanelli's towards the end, so Edie, you're up.
Argus, not Fontanelli.
Argus, good catch.
Alrighty.
He's dead.
I would suggest you come help us deal with one of these cultists who are out of the
I'm
fire.
thinking of who is who.
Oh.
Alright. Which one of them has a knife?
This one here, the one next to Nick.
Okay.
Knife cultist.
I'm gonna go for broke with my fighting brawl. How do I try and disarm someone?
Ooh, I think that would be a maneuver. So go ahead and make a fighting
maneuver,
brawl test, and I will contest it with my own. Ka-chang. Ooh, I actually rolled it right.
Just a success 1. I can luck it down.
Success 1. I also got a success 1, so you will win.
Oh, cool.
Oh, fantastic.
You got it. So you take the wrench and you just send the knife scattering across the pavement, and then it drops off the edge, plummeting to the ground below. They have no weapon, but they seem unwilling to yield, and they will continue to try and attack. All right. Jose, would you like to take a turny?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I am gonna try and get this. Now, Argus isn't doing the Fontanelli. He's not floating. He's on the ground.
Yes, that's right.
All right, I'm gonna try and throw this bathtub skidding down the fence, leap into it, so I can just slam into him. Bunch of damage, real quick. Is that all right?
Yeah. Are you going for
Big,
throw?
heavy projectile. Yeah, going for throw.
All right, make a throw test.
All right, standard difficulty.
Hard.
Hard. Okay.
Yeah.
005 extreme success.
Oh my gosh.
I hate this part. Alright. You push it to the edge, like a tobogganist preparing to ride there.
I'm kind of sheltering
Toboggan.
in it to try and survive the fire as it goes
You
past.
push it over and then you dive into it, and as it skids down, it's on the little, like, the lion claws at the base, and they carve through the dirt, leading like a wall, like a scar in the wall behind you. As you careen down it, crash into the ground. The two legs are broken, and the bathtub, this like beautiful porcelain, slides across the marble, spinning a couple times, and slams into Argus. Jamie, go ahead and make a dex test. You have a bonus die.
All right. It is
Actually,
only fitting.
it is dodge, so you have a bonus die.
It is only fitting that at last Jose manages to hit someone else in a vehicle rather than the other way around. Okay, with a bonus die for a dodge test.
Go for it.
Hard success for default, and with the bonus die, just a hard success.
Oh, man. All right. The damage is halved, but the damage there it be. So let's roll some dices. I'm rolling 46. Not that one, not that one, not that one.
This is for the fire?
8, 10, 13, halved to math 7. You take 7 damage as you skid through the fire. How are you looking?
I'm fine. I'm still up. Did the bathtub protect me at all?
Yeah, the bathtub gave you the bonus die. So it's sort of like the bathtub's legs are broken and fly away, but the bowl itself is still in place, and you slam into Argus. What's the goal? Disrupt? Hurt? Move? Kill?
I'm running this guy down.
Yeah, okay. Alright, give me... I mean, you got like a success 3, right? On the bathtub.
Can you impale with a bathtub, David?
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, what's
I just Jose doesn't know what to do with this thing.
No,
it's sort of it's a big heavy thing. There's a slope. Fucking fire this thing down.
Kicked him in the face with it. He took his legs out from under him. Edie, do you remember what we did for your car hitting people? It was like 3d6 or something.
Oh, it was
2d6?
so long ago now.
I think
sounds right.
Yeah, I think so. All right, I think 2d6, Jamie, and it does impale. So it doesn't impale, sorry, but it will do maximum. So 12 damage. God damn it. Let me see.
I can try to find something that might do an equivalent.
Oh, okay. He's got a healthy patch of health. All right, 12 damage is dealt to him, but his large form still stands. As it happens, though, you can see his oh, how have I forgotten this? Focus, like focusing on something. Concentration. His concentration break for a moment. It's funny that that's the word I forgot. And he blinks down at you. I need to make a roll quickly. Ooh, okay. Everyone nearby, which is only you because you're the only one in it, immediately takes a d6 of damage as when his concentration lapses, the wound that he's slowly prying apart in these creatures above him lets forth a spewing ichor, something that he was kind of controlling. He was meting it out, he was drawing it into himself, but now it falls down and it is uncontrolled. So everyone in here takes a d6 of damage and it is not being stopped. I'm just gonna roll a d6 for all of them and I'll just do the same to all. Jim, you can roll for yourself though.
These two cultists, I will give credit, did come out of the fire.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
I think you're right. They're engaged with you. I think that's fair. It's something. I'll check what that is in a second.
So wait, are we taking that or
no? You're fine. You have intentionally stayed outside of it.
Do they all back a little?
Yeah. Okay. Basically that. All right. That is your turn, and it does not appear to be stopping. Things are continuing to pour forth, and for a moment above you, you hear sort of like grinding as forms change, eyes open, and awareness comes to it. You choose not to look up. Jose, we're going to leave your turn there, and because concentration has lapsed, let's see what we can do. Ooh, groovy. All right. Can everyone make a dodge roll, please?
Yep.
Ooh.
Okay.
I feel like this is one of those checks you want to succeed.
I succeeded. If I have the ability to control how I'm dodging, David,
Yep.
can I, as all this liquid is drizzling down, as it is falling down around me, I'm in the bathtub, can I literally just flip it, protecting myself? There, it is literally what it's for.
No, I completely agree. Yeah, take a bonus die.
I passed the test already.
Oh, okay.
This is
Oh, you just-
how I'd like to
I
defend
got you.
myself.
Yeah, you flip it over and you're under it as just you can hear stuff splattering on the outside, and the bathtub above you begins to just melt, and holes are like forming in it as they drop down around you. But you have prevented the damage for the time being. How did others go?
I
Fail.
passed. Wait, can I use luck?
Yeah, definitely.
15 points. I will pass.
All right,
Is
Oh,
this
yeah.
worth?
those that failed are taking a D10.
Do you have 99 luck, Jackson?
William,
Yeah,
this
is
is
it
for
worth
you.
51 points of luck?
Oh.
It's a D10. It's a D10. It's up to you.
D10 could be
Swing,
one.
swing.
How much
It
luck?
could be one.
It could also be 10. So, such as a D10.
You
I can
can't
take
you
it.
can't luck it, Nick, because I'll do yours first. Right?
I can take it. I can
All
take
right,
it.
I'm doing Nick's
Hit me.
first. Nick,
Hit
you
me.
take 7 damage.
I'm dead.
Oh, you're down.
I'm down.
All right, and William, you take 10.
Oh my god.
Oh no! Oh my god!
How
From
you
what? This
you
is
doing?
stalactite.
No.
It's
This is
acid.
like
This is-
ichor, like blood from this creature above is just splattering down around you now.
I
as
hate it.
The control has been lost and something is beginning to stir. How are you looking?
I'm fine. I was on 18. I was on max.
Oh, actually, I'm going to
Okay.
use my... Okay, before I take that damage, I'm going to use my helping hand dice.
Yep, roll again.
Because I think I got one, so I'm going to roll one extra and hope that I...
Yes, you did. You did get one.
Oh, I was so close to succeeding.
Can you lock
It
it?
You have
hovered
been-
over 20. It hovered
If
over
it makes any difference for you, you have been first aided.
Yeah, so you will gain 4
Okay.
health after it, getting you back up. But you are on 4 health. As you go down, and when you get like splattered with this stuff, it begins to burn through, and you've lost skin. This is going to scar, and it's never going to heal properly. And when you pull yourself back up, you're still there, but there's a wild look in your eyes. You've lost a good chunk of your hair, and it's just like dripping flesh on one side of your face. You have been badly, badly injured. As this happens, above you, you can hear shifting. That sort of grinding. It's not like gears, it's like bone scraping against bone. And the black flame above has parted for a moment. Be warned, at the end of the next round, we may be looking at some sanity. So just for what's good. Nick, you're up.
All right. I have realized that Van de Ven is right about one thing. And that's that these
One.
people are in the same position Brendan is in that they're not in control. It's not their bodies. So I'm going to stop firing at them. I'm gonna focus my fire on Ferdinand Argus.
Okay. You lower your gun towards him. You you see the white porcelain tub which has been flipped over behind him, and he's staring down at it. He's ceased chanting for a moment, but he's beginning to look back up and continue the motions as you fire out towards him. So you have a penalty die, and additionally, he has a feature or whatever which lets him attempt to dodge, as he is like supernaturally aware of what is coming in towards him.
Okay, he
But
can
apparently
try.
not to bathtubs.
That's fine. The bathtub is not traditionally a weapon, therefore he would
That's
not
the
have
thing.
been.
He was like, someone's going for a rubber-dub-dub.
Alright.
Then he got
First-
slammed by it.
All right, my first shot fails.
And yep, no worries. That's easy then.
My second shot
Ka-ching, ka-chang, pew, pew, pew.
fails.
Oof. All right.
My
William, you're
third
up next.
shot succeeds.
Okay, I'll roll my dodge. Oh man, I got a success.
Yeah.
I got a success 3. As the last shot hits out, but he without looking at you, steps to the side, and the bullet like ricochets off the bathtub and into the near distance. He is unaffected, and he continues his chant, drawing yet more power. You can move if you want. Otherwise, knife cultist, now knifeless cultist, is going
Did
to
the
continue
cultists
to
get
stuff.
sprayed by the acid too? Are they injured
Not
as well?
not these two. They had stepped out to engage with all of you.
Can I move back away from the... Oh, I'm leaving with Edie. I can't do that. We both got to be...
Okay.
All right.
William?
Okay, so the one in front of me, what do they got?
They have nothing. They're just pummeling you with empty hands, and not particularly well.
Did I happen to grab one of the spare Tommy guns? I can make a luck check to see if I remember to do it.
Yeah, you've got a lot of luck is the thing. Make an extreme luck test.
Oh,
so
okay.
for theory of value. Mainly just because I think we pointedly said, what are we doing with the
Yeah.
guns and the bodies and everything, and there was no mention of Tommy guns. But they're useful things, so it's reasonable. Actually, just hard, not even extreme.
Otherwise, it
Yep,
might have been
done
the
it.
second pack up there
It
that you
makes
grabbed
more
one
sense.
from.
Yeah, it makes more sense that you would have grabbed it. All right, yep. You like pat your suit and you go, oh, right. Pull a Tommy gun from and slap the magazine in and load it. Yeah, you've got a Tommy gun.
All right. I flash the cultist in front of me a winning smile, and I say to him, "Oh, is it a he or a she?
It's a she.
I don't know. Is it she?" I say to her, "I can see you're a smart gal. You know who we're really fighting here." And I'll hand her the Tommy gun and then take aim at Argus.
Oh. Okay. All right,
You
make
need a charm roll?
What?
Yeah. Make a charm roll.
Wait, what are you doing?
Wait, hang on. Make a
What?
charm roll with a penalty die
First.
because it is in a fight, and it will
What are
need to
you
be an
trying to get her
extreme
to do?
success.
I was trying to get her to betray her eternal master.
They are also they are not of this world. They've been born into these bodies by.
They can't
I tell you what,
understand
there's
English.
always a chance. Actually, tell you what, take off the penalty die because I'm so keen to see them shoot you with the Tommy gun you gave them.
Literally
that-
a non-zero.
Okay, so no penalty die?
Yep, you need an extreme success.
I got a bonus die on my charm rolls.
God damn it. So you do. I shouldn't have.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
13 under 85. What's that? That's an extreme success.
It is, yeah. Because 17
You
is just...
didn't even need the luck. Alright. The Tommy gun is pushed into their hands, and the grey eyes stare at you, questioning. They don't understand what you've asked of them. There's no recognition of the person that once inhabited the body. This is completely owned by one of these alien creatures.
Okay,
But-
I didn't know that.
No,
I thought there
but-
was a little bit of her still in there.
There isn't, but they understand betrayal. And they understand they might not be on the winning side of this. And if they can take down Argus during this ritual, if they can complete it themselves, there's always a chance that they can be the one to consume the power of Yug and Neb, and they will go on to rule the world. They whirl around, gun in hand, and begin to spray in the general direction of Argus, and they are not remotely trained with this weapon. Bullets just begin to bounce around the whole stage, but they are now armed, and they will see to it with vengeance.
Jackson! What was that?
I thought there was some of the people still in there.
Oh my God.
Their minds got swapped.
I didn't see that happen. Did you?
It was in the journal.
There's no rules here. They could have been. They could have been something.
You
All
need
right.
to not do this right now.
Yelling at each other across some bleeding out. What was that?
All right. That's the fourth or fifth insane plan from William, who promises he is sane.
Yeah, can you show me on your character sheet your manias, because you seem to have one for bad plan.
Apparently, I'm sound of mind, but I do have traits risk taking.
Ooh, I think we maybe. I think we have seen that. All right. You have passed the gun to the person, and they are no longer firing at you. They are firing at Argus. So, for what it's worth, I mean, it didn't not work. That's probably your turn, though. Like,
That's fair.
arming them and persuading
I just
them
took
to...
aim to show them what to do.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't think
now
I was gonna get a shot off.
understand. So, William, now it's going to be them. They will... Hell, I can roll. They will fire at Argus. They have 2 penalty dice. So, first one, I got it.
Do you want some Thompson stats? Are you good?
I have them from the last character they did. Oh yeah, they definitely fell. So bullets spray out, slamming into the tub. As Jose, when you went under, there was no Tommy gun on the scene, so you don't know who the hell's firing. Maybe reinforcements have arrived. Things are looking tough, but your buddies out there doing their best. So they act. This one, the knifeless one, is going to attempt to shove you, Nick, off the edge and into the abyss below. Make a fighting brawl test. As Pastor Major has redeemed helping hand for the Tommy gun alien. Thank you. Noted. I will see to it.
Can I make a dodge check instead?
You may. Go for it. All right. Fighting brawl.
All right, looks like I'm going over this edge.
How'd you go?
I failed.
Yeah, that's all right. They failed as well. They are not particularly dangerous. This
I like it
person
because
pushing you is like half your size. They're just slamming against you, yelling at something you don't understand.
They're the equivalent of dentists.
What?
Well, because, yeah, Brendan Henderson was a dentist. These aren't trained. Like,
right. I get you now. I didn't get you at the start.
They're just regular people, yeah.
They are dentists. They are foul dentists from beyond
They
the
are
plane.
dentists. Deep down, aren't we all dentists?
All right. So they've acted these. Oh, this one's so close to dead. You know what? They're going to continue to chant, and we are getting close to Fontanelli. Fully.
Argus.
Damn it, Argus. We fought with Fontanelli for so long, it's gotten caught in my head. We're getting close to Argus beginning to have amassed a significant amount of power. Timeline's ticking. All right, Edie, you're up. Wrench and a Dream.
Right. I think I'm gonna go for the knifeless cultist.
Okay. What's the goal?
Wait, am I close enough to Nick to try and grab him? Actually,
Nick hasn't fallen. He's just like stumbling back and forth. But you could try and help him back if you wanted to.
Is he at risk? I might try and stabilize him because the knifeless cultist is effectively neutralized right now.
Yeah, I mean, no, he's not at risk. He's currently fine. He's on the edge.
Sorry.
No, I mean, they're gonna continue to try and push him, but he's kind of alright for the time being.
All right, knifeless cultist is getting it then.
Okay, go for it. Make a fighting brawl test. I'm gonna attempt to riposte. Damn it.
Give me a second. Ooh, success 2.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d8 of damage.
Amazing.
Knifeless cultist. Previously.
It's a cultist with no knife compared to the cultist with a knife.
Hey! Eye socket. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Or the shoulder.
Hit him on the back of the head. There's a hollow sound. They have 2 health, and they are not looking great. They
too bad.
Turn to you with anger as blood like rolls down the back of their head. You can already see it beginning to swell. You're the next one going over the edge. All right, you can move if you want to. Otherwise, you're up to Jose in the center of the field. Black fire raining down about you.
Jose is on 1 health. There is black acidic fire raining down everywhere. There is a barrier of black fire around. There is just death everywhere. Jose takes 1 look at all this and kind of stands up. I think the bathtub just comes apart at this stage. It's been eroding away. He takes 1 look and kind of, is it? Slits the spear and the coin into the spear, activating it, looks over and yells, "Thank you for everything, Mr. Van der Van," and then jumps on Argus with the spear raised, ready to suffer whatever may come, but getting 1 last good hit in.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
All right, make a fighting brawl test with a bonus die for basically throwing yourself. I tell you what, you can have a bonus die if I can have a bonus die. Basically going reckless.
Have a bonus die against me, you mean?
Yeah.
Sure. Let's do it. I've got 1 health.
Let's go damage regardless.
Small addendum to your description there, Jamie. Pastor Mancha has spent 6,000 channel points to save the bathtub.
In all fairness, he threatened he was going to do it.
It takes me a minute to kind of
saving up those.
No, I think you stand
now
up in the
back
bathtub,
to
the
full
bathtub
health.
falls apart around you, but in the black fire, it's just rains down around it, and I guess
it's
reforged.
The bathtub is not filling up with black fire like water.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm giving you the remainder of my luck but 1, just so I'm on 1. I'm on no magic points. I'm on 1 health. I'm on 1 luck. I'm hitting. Just a regular success.
Regular success. All right. Tell you what, let's both deal damage.
Oh, wait, sorry. Actually, I have an extra bonus die because it's a powered shield. It's a powered spear.
Yeah. Good call.
Oh, yeah, and with the luck that I spent, I choose to spend the luck from that instead. It's a success 3. It's an extreme success.
Whoa.
Impaling on the magic spear.
Oh my goodness. I got 1 off a success 3 as well, but it's riposting, so you take it. So success 3, impaling damage on the spear, which, what did we say it was, Jim? Otherwise I can get it up.
I believe it is
2d8. I thought
2d8, yeah.
Yeah, no, do get it up though, just in case.
1d8 or 2d8.
man.
Let's go 2d8.
Yeah, let's go 2d8. All right, Jamie, you deal 16 damage plus 2d8. Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay.
Jamie said it with confidence. I want to believe
All
it.
about confidence. Plus 5 and plus 7. So 13 plus 16 for a solid 29 on top of the 12 I already did from the bathtub for a grand total of 41 damage to Argus.
Okay.
Thus far.
You leap up under the bathtub, it explodes around you, and as you plant your spear towards Argus, he recoils. You can see his hand is cast out towards you, and black flames, channeled from above, lance towards you. The bathtub landing behind you sort of bounces and begins to sort of reform together with the errant magical energy in the air around you. But before he can finish casting his spell, the spear is plunged into his palm, through the forearm and up the back of the area into the rib cage and out the other side, as beyond a lethal blow is dealt. And then he begins to become frozen and cold. But energy is rapidly sort of like burning up and around him. You can see sort of like swelling areas that are beginning to violently stretch, pulsing out, then tearing back inwards as your spear is sucked out of your grip and you stumble backwards, moving away.
Can I
The
do
others...
one last anime move?
Yeah.
I
Always.
stand backwards and bare my chest.
Okay,
It
yeah.
is time.
You throw your chest open, and then it explodes. This black flame just rolls out from him, but it doesn't go towards you. You hold your hands above, and then looking up, you see it surge skywards towards the massed entities in the sky above you. It's going to seal back around them. The energy he took is being returned. But for a moment, the black flames fall back, and all of you see Nug and Yeb, twin monstrosities, intertwined and laid bare for your eyes, which can barely comprehend. Can everyone make a sanity test? Please and thank you.
Sanity, sanity, sanity.
All good in the hood.
David, I'm still insane.
I failed.
We can
Edie
come back
failed.
to me.
I think, how long did your insanity, your bout last?
9 rounds, it was the max.
Yeah. I tell you what, go ahead and roll anyway.
Yep.
Because we are right on the edge. I don't know where it would
Yep.
be.
Sure.
Go ahead and roll,
I
but
think it
take a bonus die, because I think that's fair enough.
I think
you
it
are
would have
right.
worn off.
Yeah. I
Because you haven't been, you also haven't been acting insane through this fight.
Sure.
Although, actually, that's up for debate.
Hard
No,
success.
All right. Nice. Those that succeeded, take a D10.
Ooh.
Oof.
Who failed?
I failed.
Is it only Edie that failed? All right.
Edie's going
Edie,
insane.
you look up, and reflected in your eyes are this swirling yin and yang of just flesh and abhorrent, just disgusting natured things. There's no real way to describe them. It worms through your eyes and into the back of your mind, where it seats there and begins to just violently change how you perceive the world, how you perceive yourself. You're going to lose a D100.
Oh my god.
You didn't have enough luck?
I do have enough luck.
Do you
Maybe
want
I
to use
should-
some luck?
Oh, can you not use luck with sanity rolls?
You
I
can
thought
lose
you...
luck. You can lose luck.
If there's one time to luck.
Oh, there's a chance this rolls a 1 too.
Yeah.
Devil's
Yeah,
advocate in the
one's in the
corner.
cards.
I reckon you
for
roll
it.
a 1.
Look, I can luck it.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Spend the luck.
Okay.
All right. You're
You
only going
still
to
take a
take
D10.
You're going to take a D10. How did everyone go on their sanity losses? Jackson?
8.
8.
Eight.
All right. Can you please make me an intelligence test, Jose?
2, but it's still enough to send me over
Test. Nick?
2.
All right. You're not indefinite. You're not close.
No, I'm fine.
All right.
I see this shit every day, apparently.
Brooklyn.
I rolled
I can't spend
3.
luck on this roll to
Edie
fail
is
it.
also okay. I think no. As written.
No. Damn, I'm 4 off. I succeeded by 4.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d10, and we're going to. With this, the cultists around you, they're still foggy-eyed, but they don't have the wherewithal to take up the chant. They don't have the ability to seize control of a situation, with one tiny exception. I'm gonna roll for Tommy Gun Cultist because he has a bonus die, or she has a bonus die.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna do it for a power test to take.
Jose dealt 100% of the damage to targets.
Where are you going with this, David?
I think I got
Where are you
success
going with
3
this?
on the stupid bonus die.
That Pastor Muncher gave.
That Pastor Muncher gave to Tommy Gun 1, which wanted to seize control. All right. First of all, sorry. What did you roll for your madness, Jackson, and also for you, Jim?
6.
9.
6 for you. All right.
Nice.
Jackson, you have flee and panic.
I'll take it.
Yeah. All right. Jim, you're gonna manifest a phobia. Can you roll a d100 for me?
Absolutely.
How many
Something-
rounds?
Give me something pretty to
roll a
go with
D10.
my botanophobia, please.
Yeah, I know, right?
D10 rounds?
37.
8 rounds of fling and terror.
All right.
Bye. See you on the other side of the world, Jackson.
Jim, oof. We're gonna say. I think we're just gonna make a call. Anyone? I think you are terrified of
Bathtubs.
Yeah,
Water,
bathrooms is earlier.
fire.
Let's do cold. There's frozen everything around you. It's manifested several times, and that was what last cast you from Arga. So you have an immense phobia of cold, frigid conditions. Much
for going to the one continent with no plants.
I know. As William reels and begins to flee, Jose, the ice surrounding him, also probably turns and begins to follow rapidly. Up above, the twin monstrosities are slowly beginning to circle themselves back around like a dog going to sleep and returning to a semi-peaceful state. Those two are leaving. Edie and Nick, what do you do with the remaining cultists? They are not moving to bail. You could attempt to grab them and run. Otherwise, Tommy Gun Cultist is going to attempt to single-handedly do something. They're going to reignite everything. Right. You have a moment to try and prevent another Argus or who knows.
I'd like to fire my gun once in the air.
Yep.
To get everyone's attention.
You have it.
And pointed at Tommy Gun.
Yeah.
And just shake my head. And drop it now.
All right, make an intimidation test for me, please.
We'll make an intimidation test. I'm okay at intimidate. Oh! 001! This is like the 5th time that people are on the climax of the campaign.
Last time it was a 0-0. It was a fumble.
Okay, well this is better than that.
Would you like to lock it down one, Daniel?
Yeah. What is happening?
I'll tell you what's happening. I'd pull out a badge and a gun. You're all coming with me.
Lower the handcuffs.
Every single one of you is coming with me now.
Do not resist.
You are going to perform the teleportation ritual. We're going back to the car. We are all getting in the car, and then we are driving back to Brooklyn. Okay? Do you understand me?
He's taking him downtown.
All right.
You are all going to jail. You murdered someone. You're going.
I'm crying a little bit.
This campaign ends as it should have started, with an immediate arrest.
Yeah. Okay,
Holy
everyone
shit.
in handcuffs.
Welcome.
All right. The Tommy gun cultist knows when Tommy gun cultist is beat. With a clatter, the gun is dropped to the ground, and the others slowly, they don't know to raise their hands or whatever, but they yield. They go through some complex, like ceremony
I would like
from
to
wherever
push
they come
the
from.
Tommy gun off the edge into the abyss.
It spirals down. One by one, they walk past Argus, looking down at their master, the one that brought them back into this world and possibly promised them such great things. As they move to leave, there's like it point them back towards the bathtub, and two of them go back and hoik that up. And slowly a long procession will depart from this apocalyptic area back towards the place where he came in. Two cultists with a bathtub in tow, and Nick behind them with the gun just prodding them on the way.
Do we want the bathtub? I imagine it's like, black and
it seems
like demonic metal.
It seems powerful. I mean,
I think it's far more fitting that we leave it at the center of the earth. But
do you want to leave it?
Why don't we leave it right below the wound, just in case there's a leak over time?
There's got to be something about us all being Atlantean and it being filled with water or something.
Yeah, I dig it. All right, in that case, I take it back. The bathtub is left beneath the Twin Horrors in the center of Yan Ho, the city at the center of the earth.
To catch the drips.
To catch the drips, like a bucket in a leaky house. One of the cultists begins to chant the ceremony, and eventually you are all teleported back towards the temple, where you will eventually find the car, make your way back to the boats, across the sea, through the forest, across the plains once more, to the bridge where Nesbit is waiting for you. You now have a veritable caravan of lost minds and saved souls that you begin to lead up through the caves and back towards the Catskill Mountains. It is days of travel, and occasionally you speak to those strange people that are in your company. They show no signs of returning to their old personalities. Brendan Sterling is completely lost, replaced by another creature who doesn't even speak the same language as you.
But we
their
know
minds
their name,
are
right?
elsewhere. You do. You can try and communicate a bit, but their minds are elsewhere, and one day, maybe you'll find the means by which to save them. But for now, you're just going to have to settle for the bodies and to leave that to someone else. Eventually, I guess you return to New York, and it's like you've suffered some more stuff, but I think so far most of you are up on sanity loss. So you return to New York smiling, feeling better than when you left. There's still a warrant out, I think, for José, who's been planted William's crimes, but that can be resolved in time. There's definitely a malicious AI inside of your giant tower. It seems to be taking control of the stock markets or something, but that's what's going to happen. It seems to have made you more money while you were gone. Nick, the streets of New York still need protecting, and you've proved you're as good a cop under the earth as you are above it.
No, I think the opposite.
Oh, yeah?
I think as soon as I get back, I turn in my gun and badge. And then I walk up to Nora and I say, where do you want to go? I'm with you now.
She takes you.
Failed you all these years, and I'm not going to do it anymore. So you're in charge now. Whatever you want to do, I'll come with you.
She takes you by the arm, and the two of you will go on a short tour. First of your childhood home, and then she wants to show you her life. She takes you to some of the facilities where she was at. You have contacts, and you'll probably see that a few of these are shut down for their conditions, but others are good people, and maybe a bit of money in the right pocket could actually see them helping even more. And you have friends in high places now. Over the next few years, you'll travel, eventually find other work, and you'll be happy. William, where does the end see you?
I don't know. Maybe there's a chance that he was changed by seeing that thing at the center of the earth.
Maybe.
This great big abyss that can't be charmed and can't have money thrown into it, as odd as that seems. So I think William probably goes into reclusion for a little while in his enormous ivory tower.
Yep.
Whiling away the hours in his study with nothing but his whirring enormous computer for company.
And it's good company.
Which will
Getting
be
better
fine.
every day. Yeah.
Yeah.
It treats you well. And it
Good
earns
eye.
your trust.
Excellent.
And slowly it has you're changed. And, you know, maybe you don't need as much control of the company. So maybe you sign some of that over and, you know, just so you can start a new life.
Yeah.
Jose, you quit your job.
I did. I think Jose's seen a lot, been through a lot, and changed a lot. He always believed this Atlantis stuff was true because people told him that it was, and he's decided he wants nothing to do with it. So after realizing that New York probably is not the safest place for him, given that there's still a warrant out, I think he leaves and he does a bit of wandering. Somewhere hot, somewhere with no plants, you know, Australia, the deserts of North Africa, plenty of places, but I don't think any of them stick. So he goes back to bodyguarding, and he's a good bodyguard. Mundane targets, nothing interesting. Becomes so good that 10 years later he's hired by the most illustrious client in the world, Van der Vaan's older sister, and becomes once again a bodyguard for the Van der Vaan family.
Yeah, perfect.
It's so hard to get out.
They're everywhere.
They pulled me back in.
Yep, perfect. So that's Jose. How about Edie?
So I returned to the shop. I have Van der Vaan's car that I upgraded, and I've been trying to get in contact, but I haven't heard anything. And it's been sitting in my garage. And I've heard rumors of this rich recluse, and I think that's kind of lame. That's not the Van der Vaan I knew. So I'm going to show up at your tower with your fancy car that I've modified. And I was initially going to say this was blackmail to be like, give me
Money.
yeah, like I'll give you your car back if you give me money for R&D. But I think what I'm gonna go for instead is that like Van der Vaan, you don't get to just hide away from the world and avoid the consequences of what you did. I've got this cool technology. You've got a bunch of money. Help me fund this new research into like super cool cars.
Van der Vaan does not come down. He takes the meeting via like telephone to the front desk.
Yep.
And there's this vaguely metallic twinge in his voice as you hear him say, "Yes, this sounds agreeable. A fund will be set up. Expect a transfer shortly. Thank you, Miss Cheong."
I
Deal
love
is
it.
Struck.
I am like, wow, he sounds kind of congested today, but sure, whatever.
And you get given a shitload of money to make increasingly questionable technologies that are more and more miraculous. But you've already created the biggest death machine, that flippin' waterbed we had like 7 episodes ago. Amazing. The woman that got yeeted to Saturn never comes back, or the police officer that went after her. They might still be out there being heroes against Saturn, but otherwise they're stuck.
We can hope. I think
That's
it's doubtful.
that's a pulp novel of its own.
Oh,
A
yeah.
detective and a housewife roaming Saturn, shooting
Kicking the shit
space
out of
cats.
six-legged cats. Yeah, it's awesome. The four of you are also some of the very few that are aware of, you know, this subterranean world. What you do with that, I suppose, will remain to be told another day.
I don't
But-
think anyone needs to know.
One way or the other, Brendan Sterling is returned to New York, and in time his mind may be saved as well. Ferdinand Argus and Leopold Fontanelli are both dead, and Yug and Neb sleep once more. They will awake eventually, and they will herald in a new age, but their time is not now, and for now they sleep. And that, I think, is the campaign. Boosh!
Wonderful.
That was
Oh,
batshit.
that was some
Yeah,
fly
that
that was some
insane.
edgy seat shit at the end.
That was so dumb. I loved it.
What a campaign.
I
I
have to
think
say-
if the players bring a bathtub all this way and you expect them not to use it, that's using
And a
the
car.
fool. Yeah, and a car.
I think congratulations go to Jose for creative use of the bathtub.
And also kind of making it semi-reasonable at the end as well.
Oh, exactly. Yeah,
There was also there
Bathtub
was,
got the best ending.
I know the bathtub.
Out of
The
all of
bathtub
them.
is definitely the artifact on the campaign. Pastor Mantra has also redeemed one last helping hand for the malicious AI. So
did
thank
see-
you, Pastor Mantra.
I love the idea of a malicious AI using Vandervan as like a human, like.
And Van Van becoming a recluse
essentially
is
being like,
amazing.
Well,
That's so good.
I
Jackson.
think I have 20,000 channel points. So maybe I press the button that
No.
initiate.
I think we leave that. I mean, so yeah, thank you everyone for playing, and thanks everyone for tuning in and watching this just
big thanks to
insane
everyone.
ride.
Thanks so
What's
much
cool
to
is we
David
missed
for running
it.
the whole thing. Amazing GMery, amazing keeping.
No backsies.
What's cool is there
What
is
a bunch of
more
fun.
in A Cold Fire Within that we didn't get to. There's a
Boy,
whole
howdy.
village in the mountains we didn't explore. We didn't chase down Esmeralda Ash and what she was up to. So it seems to me like if you want to hear about that kind of stuff, what can they do, David?
You can check out the book. There's also a whole chapter we didn't do. These silly geese, they left the aliens in the bodies. You have to go and use crystals to get those out. Yeah, there's a whole chapter, and it's really cool
Curious.
that we just didn't see because Van de Ven fed a scroll to a to an AI, and instead we got that. But in your campaign, you should definitely check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's a real blast to run. But so yeah, we are done with this campaign, but we will be back shortly. In the meantime, make sure you check out Mike Mason's stream, The Dead Within, which will be streaming tomorrow morning, our time, and oh my god, 12 p.m. in the
8 p.m. GMT, something. Yeah, 8
12
p.m.
p.m.
GMT.
in the US at one part of the US. Otherwise, we'll be back in, oh gosh, I don't want to put a date on it, but probably a few weeks while we just take some time to prep the next campaign, which I promise you will be really awesome. We are going to the Wild West. Rootin' tootin' gun shooting. I'm gonna be a 17-year-old with a 6-shooter. I already called it, so that's gonna be really cool. We'll try and get some character creation stuff out as we work through that, but otherwise we'll keep everyone updated. So yeah, I can't think of anything else. Does that cover it?
I think it does.
That's everything.
That's all they wrote.
All right, thank you everyone so much for tuning in, and yeah, have a great whatever.
See you on the
See
other
you
side.
when we get back.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Bye.
And I went to myself.